Here's a quick word from our sponsors. All right, people, let's talk about something important. If you're spending any time online, you need a VPN. And the best in the game is NordVPN. Think of a VPN like a PIN code to your phone. You don't want just anyone snooping through your messages. But with Nord, your online activities are encrypted, shielding you from hackers and anyone else who shouldn't be snooping around, even the curious ones at home. Now, we also know the big issue. 3 p.m. football in the UK. It's off limits. Can't watch it, can't stream it. You even think about looking for it, you get shut down faster than Spurs in the title race. But if you were in, say, Australia, America, or somewhere else, it wouldn't be an issue. And with NordVPN, you could change your location with just one click. Obviously, we would not be able to do that. But if we did, it would work perfectly. But it's not just about sports, even though you know we love sports. But with Nord, you can access international streaming sites and more, giving you all the best entertainment choices. So grab a deal at nordvpn.com/AFTV Live for 4 extra months on a 2-year plan, plus an exclusive birthday gift. This is a limited time offer, and it's always risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Thanks to NordVPN, and let's get back to this video.
Big up Cecil, big up NordVPN, what an ad. Welcome back everyone, it's the Watch Long, it's Arsenal versus Chelsea in the Premier League, and we've got a full panel here with Jack, Laurie, and making a debut, we've got Ella as well. Should we round of applause to the debutants?
Thank you guys.
Yeah, welcome Ella. It's our first Watch Long together, man.
I know.
Oh, this is exciting. So
You went on your travels.
I have been, yeah, I'm back. Yay. Australia's far away, but what a place. We're not going to talk about that. Ella, welcome. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm brilliant. Excited to be here.
Excited for the game?
Yeah. Excited and a little bit nervous, but yeah, mostly excited.
It should have more riding on it, shouldn't it? It does feel a little bit like, let's try to secure top 4 and second place and all that. And look, that matters. I'm not saying Arsenal shouldn't care. I do believe if you're not going to win it, get second. If you can't get second, I think it's always finish as high as you can, even if you don't make your targets. But it just feels a bit underwhelming that we're mid-March and it feels like there's so little on it.
I think what's riding on it though is the fact that Chelsea are chasing us, and
that's true.
3 points today for Chelsea, then they're 3 points behind us. So that is quite important in the grand scheme of the end of the season, and so it is quite a big game in that sense.
Do you know what? Yeah, fair enough. You're right. I still have that league title disappointment, but you're right. Lose this game, and the way Arsenal have been, possible. The players they've got, and you just think, that then gets a bit awkward.
Absolutely.
We're at Forest, within a point or so of us?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that gets awkward. Everyone, at full time, you can vote for your man of the match. Raheem Sterling got the man of the match against PSV with, quite by some distance the most votes on the AFTV Plus app. You can download it on the App Store or iOS, what's it called, the Google Play Store, I think it is. There you go. So you've got iPhone, Android, whatever it is, go have your say, and plenty of other content and stuff going on the AFTV Plus app as well, so go check it out, the Forever Arsenal Predictor and much more. Jack, Laurie, Ella's right. I need to care a bit more than I naturally. I'm going to blame the jet lag, but I have to say, the last, and it was 5 games I watched when I was away. West Ham game, I was on this plane because big up Emirates, by the way. You can watch live football on a plane. Yeah, that was really cool.
That's cool.
I mean, I felt for the person next to me because I was just
itching.
Just so angry watching. But anyway, it didn't matter. It's fine. But then the games after that, I mean, PSV obviously was a big one, but that's such a comprehensive win. Everything in the league since then has just been a case of just kind of get it down a little
Forest,
bit.
United.
Yeah, not easy places to go. And I know United have been in bad form or whatever. And we haven't lost, have we, since West Ham? But it's just all a bit flat right now. But Ella's right. Lose this. If the players have anything like the attitude I have a little bit, which isn't great, then everything gets a bit awkward, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think. As much as it seems, like you're saying, it should be a bigger game. For me, it could have had more on it. It should have had more on it. Mm-hmm. Also, you go back to January, the whole disappointment everyone has with the owners, with the transfer window. It's not only could this game mean a bit more and should mean a bit more, it actually, there's a very real possibility if we did the right thing, it would have meant more. Yeah, so it's sort of that, it's underwhelming, but still important.
We talked about the 11, Laurie, on the Starting 11 show. Welcome, Laurie, by the way.
Thanks.
I don't like the omission of Ethan Nwaneri. He's on the bench. The return of Martinelli means he's getting the start on the right. Marina keeps his place up top. And I was somewhat contradicting myself, but in a sentence, I think Marino has actually done better than I would expect of a backup box-to-box midfielder doing a job up front. However, it's still so far from the standards that we need at this club. Then you've got someone in Trossard who has led the line and has been a false nine for us and done well. And I think to not see that with Martinelli on the left, who's clearly fit to start, Nwaneri, I think, on the right, I think he's owned that position since Saka's injury. I think it's a wasted opportunity.
Yeah, I would agree. Before I answer your question, if you could just indulge me for a second,
Yeah,
I just want to big up the sporting dignitary to my left there. You see him in the corner. That's John Harding Jr., John Hard Knocks Harding Jr., is a professional fighter. As you know, I'm big into my boxing. John's an Arsenal fan. He joined us for a previous Arsenal game, and it's a pleasure for us to welcome him back.
Absolutely.
Right, that being said, sorry, what was your question again? No, I got you. No, yeah, you're right. With the team, myself and you, and Robbie as well, we were saying that we would like to see somebody else through the middle for this game. I personally would have gone with Martinelli. I think with his pace and his explosiveness, he could offer Chelsea some problems up top there. I think the Marino thing, when it was first tried against Leicester, he was an unknown quantity. He came on, he had that cameo, 2 goals in 10 minutes. Everyone thought, yeah, that could be a solution.
Yeah.
I think if we're being honest, in recent games, it's not worked too well.
Yeah.
I can understand why the manager wants to persist with it, because, if you've got an idea to do something, you don't just bin it after a couple of attempts. Most times you don't.
But what's the potential? Like, what are we hoping it builds to, that Marino becomes this goal-scoring, monster up front who's like firing us to the Champions League? I don't. I understood it when Martinelli wasn't fit and we literally had nobody else. Sterling was in horrible form, and he was somewhat of a target man. But I don't know what the end goal is. Whereas with Trossard, I see what the end goal could be with that. I don't.
But would you say that Trossard's really worked though when he's played through the middle?
When he did the season we signed him, which was halfway through the 22-23 campaign, Jesus was out, so Trossard moved into the false nine. I thought he was great. I think that's the best Trossard we've seen at Arsenal. So right. I don't really know why there's such a reluctance to go back to. What do you think, Ola?
To be fair, I was quite surprised to obviously see that Ethan wasn't starting, and I think we are at a point now where, if I would have liked to have seen something change, because like you said, we've tried with Marino up front, and yes, the game against Leicester was great, but was it a little bit blippy? Was it a one-off? We can't expect him to be putting those performances in every single game. He's not going to do that. So yeah, I mean, I would have liked to have seen Trossard through the middle personally, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trossard through the middle, Jack, as well. Sorry, I cut you there.
No, that's all right.
I think what we've done is we've gone from having one makeshift position and just moving Trossard into the middle, having Martinelli Nwaneri, to now 2 makeshift positions, because you've now got Marino through the middle, but you've also now got Martinelli on his unfavoured side on the right. So you put things a little bit more out of whack than they already were.
Yes.
And we've seen Martinelli on the right, and I'm not necessarily a fan. I mean, whether because he'll go down the outside and we've actually got a target man in the box, there's some sort of vision there, but yeah, he's put more square pegs in round holes than we've got square pegs.
Yeah, and I'd argue that Trossard on the left is still somewhat awkward, even though I know he has played on the left. Rangers are leading Celtic, so I saw that.
I suspect it's got a lot to do with Martinelli. He's had some recent good games against Chelsea, as I was saying. When we did the starting 11 show, we all remember that goal he scored against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, when he basically broke from inside his own half, carried the ball, went on to score a really good goal. So he does have that pace, he does have the explosiveness that will trouble Chelsea, and I think that's probably a key reason as to why he started. And I also think that Nwaneri not starting, whilst I'm disappointed, I kind of understand it, because I think he wants to use Nwaneri as an impact sub in case things are not...
Yeah, I sort of get that element of it. I also get the whole he's 17 and you sort of work your way towards getting him those regular minutes, playing week in, week out. I get you probably want to...
I mean, don't get me wrong, I would have started Nwaneri. I'm a massive advocate of Nwaneri. I've said it consistently. I think he's the most exciting talent currently in British football.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen him start today.
Yeah.
But I do think he will play. I'm sure he will.
I feel like if we're
get some
talking
minutes.
impact subs, though, then surely Trossard would have been my favoured pick off the bench and then start Ethan on the right. I don't know.
It's a very fair point.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Yeah,
I mean,
agree.
Trossard's best games for Arsenal have been coming off the bench, but he's obviously trying something different. We'll see whether it works or not, but it's not what any of us expect.
Trossard is a bit of an enigma. Like you said, when he tends to start, we don't always see the best of him.
Yeah.
And we know he likes to start because when he doesn't, it would appear, we've seen in the past.
His celebrations
Yeah,
always-
yeah. He lets a manager know that, listen, man, I should be starting. But then when he does start, a lot of the times you think, actually, he's better as an impact sub. But,
I'll
you
tell
know.
you what, though, sorry, on a complete side note, I do love March football. It's nice to see some sun on the Emirates again.
Yeah.
You've got, I mean, what a day of football. I mean, if you're a football fan right now, you've got Celtic Rangers, Arsenal Chelsea, the Carabao Cup final, Man United Leicester tonight.
Not a bad day.
No, some people would have been up for the Australian Grand Prix. But my jet lag didn't wake me up for that, by the way. No. Just after, I woke up to the results. That's great. Thank you very much.
Might as well have set an alarm at that point.
Well, I think it didn't help that I went to bed at 2:30.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, everyone, get your thoughts in, get your comments in, get your super chats in, whatever it is you want to say about the game, whatever it is you want to discuss. We are here to react to every kick of a ball. The Arsenal 11 is out, the home team. I'm reading it straight from Sky Sports. David Raya is in goal. If I remember correctly, it's Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis Skelly in the back four, with Rice, Partey and Erdegaard, and looks like Martinelli will be on the right, although Trossard played on the right when we last had a similar front three against Newcastle in the Cup. So will it be Trossard or Martinelli? I think probably Martinelli. Trossard on the left, and Mikel Merino, our £30 million box-to-box midfielder, who's going to fire us to the Champions League up front. He'll probably score now, and all my kind of facetious chat.
It
about
always
him will-
happens.
Yeah, it's
Always
typical.
happens.
Waneri, Butler, Deji, two of the attackers on the bench, Jorginho, Calafiori and others. You can see it on your screen there. Sanchez starts in goal for Chelsea. We're all a bit perplexed about what their setup could be, because Fofana, Badiashile, Colwill, Cucurella are the back four, but there's a fifth defender in there with Reece James, who's probably going to start in midfield with Caicedo, likely Enzo in the 10, with Sancho on the right. And is it going to be Nkunku on the left? Or, sorry, Sancho on the left with Nkunku up front? Well, this is what I mean. So they've got Nkunku on the
they'll
left,
have
Sancho
Neto
on the
up top,
right,
won't they?
and
Yeah.
Neto up top.
Yeah.
But I would think Nkunku should be the striker with Neto on the right and Sancho on the left, but they haven't been doing that. So.
I agree.
I think they've been doing Neto through the middle more often, but obviously that's
Yeah.
with the caveat of Palmer being around. But he again is not playing at the Emirates for
Yeah.
whatever reason.
I do think, though, that Cole Palmer obviously not playing today. I think that's a big boost for Arsenal. I know Cole Palmer's not been the best of form. No goals in 9 games. He missed a penalty last week. That being said, though, we know he's a quality player. And you just think that if he'd have been playing today, you get the feeling that he would have been doing his utmost to put it on Arsenal, because he's done it a couple of times to us already. So I'm encouraged that he's not playing. I don't wish injury on anyone, but I'm encouraged that he's not playing. And I think that's another plus point for Arsenal. I
I'll tell
really
you.
do.
I'll tell you one thing that makes this game important for me is that Chelsea ruined my childhood. Absolutely ruined my childhood. Everyone I went to school with was a bloody Chelsea fan, and they were just Drogba, Lampard, all the managers they had, the trophies they won. So I don't really care what form we're in. Beating Chelsea was always enjoyable, whatever the context. So Arsenal, at least
you know
show up for
what?
that.
It's funny you should say that as well, because there has been a little bit of apathy I've picked up amongst some Arsenal fans. Not all, some, and that's surprising to me.
You a bit of a sense of that myself, maybe.
Yeah, obviously I know why that is, because
for sure I do.
Huh?
I definitely feel a bit apathetic.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, because the title challenge has fallen away, but this in isolation is a big game. Mm-hmm. As we said before, we need to make sure we finish as high up the table as we can. Chelsea are trying to break into the top 4. I mean, I called it the podium derby, but
Here we are. We kicked off.
Arsenal versus Chelsea is always a big game, man. So here we go.
You always just want to beat Chelsea when you can.
Yeah,
as well.
absolutely.
And I think we again talked about this on starting 11, but the underlying, the real point about all this, absolutely to confirm, Champions League football and hopefully second place and all that. It's momentum, man. This team need to feel good about themselves going to Madrid. You can't. You could be the best team in the world and you're still not fancying yourself at Madrid. You got to go in the best mindset possible. One thing I want to ask you about, Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Timber keeps getting the nod. I thought Ben White might have, with the amount of football Timber's played, I thought Ben White might have, I don't know, got to start maybe in this game or something. Do you think they're just easing him back? I mean, he played so much football and played through so much, injury kind of, before he had the surgery. What do you think?
I mean, I don't know what you think, but he didn't look fit to me against PSV at home. I don't think that was the best version of Ben White, so I don't know whether it is we're still easing him back.
That's a pass.
That is a
Sorry,
ball.
David Raya is just...
I thought he slipped, to be fair.
I don't think Jack can see anything. The production just put a nice big TV in front
Go
of
on,
Jack.
go past him.
Yeah.
Get it in.
He's got a really good view of my face, lucky bloke. That was a ping from Raya. Well, it wasn't. It kind of glided through the middle of the pitch, that ball. Lovely pass. And Arsenal,
He's fast becoming.
Just to go back to Timber, though,
Arsenal.
I think he's been our most consistent player this season. Like, he's actually almost
I hear it.
undroppable.
I hear it.
He's nearing
You
in on
can't
40
drop it.
games off the back of an ACL injury,
Yeah.
That's
which is
unbelievable, isn't it?
ridiculous.
Yeah, he's been unbelievable. He's been really
play.
top.
No, Ryan, Jack can actually see that if you can move it away. We don't want him having a good view. No. Big up production. Doing the
Can we
work
get a
behind
goal
the
from a
scenes.
set piece? Been a long time.
It's been a while, yeah.
Was it Fulham away, the last one?
Oh,
It's been so long I don't even remember.
wow, has it? No, we definitely scored a few in the new
That
year.
delivery's not too good.
That was shit. Anyway.
You missed those Saka deliveries from the other side as well.
But I think Declan's is on a par with his,
Yeah,
Declan's deliveries. I mean, obviously that one there was.
yeah, that's not the
good.
best display. No, Declan is
So-
a
see
good
the
corner
vision?
taker too.
I see what you was trying. Yeah, didn't
The
quite
near
work.
post flick on.
So the game, first 2 minutes played in Chelsea's half. Can I just say one more thing about Trossard and the false nine? And Arsenal have won the ball back well in midfield. They're nice. It's not even just about getting a recognised forward in that front line. This is good. Here's Martinelli.
Shoot!
They pull back
Shoot!
to Trossard now.
Oh
it's
my
Why didn't he hit
wide.
that first time? This is what my beef is. Taking that extra touch reduces your chances of scoring significantly.
That's good football.
He was in
Martinelli
space
picked
as
him out
well.
there.
Shoot!
Yeah.
That
he created
two
a problem.
touches.
So Martinelli basically sort of overlapped beyond the couple passes or good work, whatever it was, between Ødegaard and Timber. Found his.
Sorry to
their
belabor
cutback
that
to
point
Trossard,
there,
yeah.
but do you guys agree with me? That's a classic of where we kind of gone wrong this season. The ball's come to him.
I think he thought Ødegaard was going to get on it. I might be giving him too much credit, but I think he thought Ødegaard was there, and he sort of just took a touch to settle himself. Arsenal winning the ball.
Was
back
early in the game,
really
so we'll
well.
give him the benefit of the doubt.
So one of the things I was going to say was, it's not just about getting Trossard in there because he's a forward. It's about the fact that we lack creativity, and Ødegaard's the only remotely creative player in that midfield, and it's all put on him basically to do it. By getting another false nine in Trossard dropping in, that's good from Partey. You've got just another player who can pick up the ball in between the lines, and then suddenly you've got two of them just like floating in the pockets. You've got pace out wide. I feel that's how Arsenal should be ending the season, but I feel like Arteta's so reluctant to not go for a physical profile up front.
I think he can be quite like stubborn when in his ways when he sort of picks something.
Oh yeah.
It's the same with like what he's done with Marino. He's almost doing it, so now he's like sticking with it. But you don't need to prove a point with putting Marino at striker. You can change things, and it's not like it's going to disrupt our team so much if you change a few players in the front three around.
I hear that. I think there's two things to be said for that, and I hinted at it earlier. So on the one hand, you could say, look, come on, man. He got the 2 goals against Leicester. I know he got a goal against PSV, but by and large, it's not working that well.
Yeah.
On the other hand, you could look at it from the other point of view, which is to say that, look, if you're trying something new, you do need to give it time to work. So for him to bin it off after 4 or 5 games, people will say, well, look,
That is a fair point.
Correa's gone steaming into Timber.
I agree with the giving it time to work if it's like a long-term solution, but I think when it is a stopgap,
Exactly.
it's like the minute you don't need to do it anymore, you can then
Thank you.
sort of
That's
go away
exactly
from it. Like if it was this is division or something we want to try. Like I remember he did it. Was it last season where we kept dropping points because he kept putting Partey right back, White centre back, and dropping Gabriel, and we dropped points like Fulham at home because he just kept trying this sort of inverted right back thing with a
Such a perfect
midfielder.
way to sum it up. It's like, okay, it's what I was. You said perfectly, kind of what I was struggling to ask before. It's like, okay, so what? Like, what are we building to? What does a great Marino run a form up front mean for Arsenal long term? It's not like
No, I'm not. I'm saying in terms of this season, though. I mean, there's still 10
Yeah.
games left. You've got the Champions League games, so as a project, if you abandon it after 4 or 5 games,
Arteta wants
there will be
physicality.
people out there that will say, look, it was a bit of a willy-nilly thing. You come in, you did that, you binned it off after 4 or 5 games. What was the point? If you see what I mean.
Ooh, nearly a 1-2 there.
But I think
Nearly a
it's
1-2.
also like, if there's a player that's not performing to the best of his abilities, then why should he continue to play there almost?
Yeah, listen, I'm with you guys. In fact, I was even saying he could even try Wanyeri through the middle, because
Yeah.
you know that Wanyeri
Yeah.
has played for the
he
academy
definitely
as a
could.
striker. He's got certain attributes that would lend itself well to playing up top. He's
Yeah,
got
I'd like
pace,
to
Well
see
done,
that.
he's
Saliba. Well done.
explosive, he's direct, he can shoot, he can dribble. James is advocating for Trossard. Some people are advocating for Martinelli. Some people are even advocating for Sterling. Obviously, he's not been playing well, but he has played up top. So there have been options. He's chosen to go Marino. Like I said, the first time it happened, he was a bit of an unknown quantity. It worked well against Leicester. But in recent weeks,
Oh, nearly.
it's not worked so well.
God, if he got away there.
That was a nice idea.
Here come Chelsea. Sancho, wide to Neto. Is it Sancho in the false 9?
I haven't really been looking at their formation, to be fair,
Oh,
actually.
yeah, to be fair, they don't have the ball.
Yeah.
They do now. Here's Fofana. Yeah, okay. Other kind of slightly crazy statement to come.
Oh, God.
We've got our number 1 goalkeeper in there. We've got our back 4 intact. I think with Calafiori and White fit now, you've basically got your best back 4, however you want to shape that up. You've got your best midfield. Partey, Rice, Erdegaard, and you could play Marino and you could play Jorginho. We've only got basically the Champions League and what remains of these 10 games in the league to go. If Maresca's not happy with Lewis Kelly, or what's going on there? Anyway, so the front 3 is the problem. But Martinelli's back now. Trossard, I keep going on about him as a false 9. Everyone's bored, but I imagine I'm subscribing because of how much I go on about Trossard. But Saka's to return. And you've got Sterling's in the squad. Okay. And you've got Waneri, who's looked great. We could go into the Real Madrid ties and the post-international break football with as good a front 3 as we've probably been able to field all season. Havertz hasn't had a good season. We know Jesus hasn't been reliable. The 2 are out, and obviously we really wish we had them available. But it's Saka, Trossard, Martinelli. People would make an argument for that being our best front 3.
Yeah.
Like, people would make an argument for that. Waneri in the false 9, or I don't know, Martin.
Oh,
my
Sancho.
God!
That
Chelsea
is
fans are going to be killing
shocking.
Sanchez now. Ooh.
Sanchez did a similar thing against
gonna
Chelsea
Gary Neville.
before, didn't he?
Ooh.
When he gifted a goal to Declan Rice by doing a similar kind of thing.
He nearly dropped that
Oh,
as well, and now
nice
they're
stand.
in. No, nearly in.
Yeah, Chelsea fans weren't happy with him back. I was asking our resident Chelsea fan what they thought, and he was like, "You remember Karius and Mignolet at Liverpool, where it was like you sort of flip a coin, and like you're not really happy with either." He's like, "That's basically where I'm at."
He
Like,
makes a mistake every game.
yeah, he's
Look
like,
at this. Oh my God!
Oh, that's
What's he
terrible.
trying?
Who was he aiming
"Who's
for
there? Who's your right back?"
What the?
That's
He
very
dropped that
weird.
as well. What is he looking at?
That is just so poor.
Oh, Matisse is definitely going off on one. Right? I'll tune in.
You know what that smacks of
nine,
as
I'll go
well?
back
That
and
is
watch
just
that bit.
pure lack of concentration, because he had time. That's what you call an unforced error, right? It's not like he was under any pressure there. He's just got that completely wrong.
Yeah, he didn't mean that.
It's just poor, man.
So
Now he's kicked the ball up.
Ella, what do you think of my theory then? Saka, Trossard, Martinelli. I think that's as good as any front 3. I think we've.
What was that?
fielded
Sorry,
all
say that
season.
Yeah.
Saka, Trossard, Martinelli is a front 3. Come, the Real Madrid trips and what's left of the Premier League season. That's like I think you can. Some would argue that would be Arsenal putting out their best 11.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I do agree. Obviously, like, I know Havertz still hasn't had as good of a season as last, but I do think, like, even in games where now we haven't had him, you can see how much he adds, even off the ball when he's not. Sorry, when he is there.
Who's that? Sorry.
Havertz.
Yeah.
So I mean, I do think there is still a case for Ethan in the 9. I think Ethan's the most on form winger I think we have. So it's almost like I think he deserves to play. He deserves to start. He deserves minutes. But it is a little bit exciting with the prospect of playing Real Madrid with a more filled, completed squad.
Yeah. A few more forward
Is it
options.
me that like when players are out through injury or whatever, they automatically become better players.
Oh, cool.
But I almost think as well that we should put a little bit of respect on Havertz's name, because he did get 9 goals up until his injury.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
proud of
Second
you for
highest
saying
scorer. No, but you know what it is? Oh, he's out. Come on.
Oh my God, how is that
How
not
did
going
we?
in?
How did we? Oh, go on. Oh, should be doing better there.
So Cucurella's he's just fallen to the floor.
How's that not gone in?
To be fair, I think that could be a handball.
No, but how have we not scored? We had 2 opportunities there.
So Cucurella,
He's got that.
yeah, he's just dived.
Timber put him under pressure. He's fallen over.
He's just fallen over. That's
That ball there
embarrassing.
wasn't very good. I've got to be honest.
To be fair, it's good defending.
It is good defending, but I think
then
it could have
there's
been
a couple of
better ball.
deflections and
He flaps at it there. Look at that's poor again by the
Oh
keeper.
my word.
James in the
Now
face.
this is where we should be scoring. Come on, Declan.
You got to keep that down.
There were 3 players. in the way
Martinelli's
there.
not happy about something.
Even though there were 3 players there, if he keeps that down, that probably
Oh,
goes
Cucurella, what are you doing, man?
in. Actually, he wasn't.
He's been
a bad
terrific
ball.
for Chelsea this season, but that was poor. Oh,
He
definitely.
almost had too much time, didn't he? Why is he moaning at
It's
the ref? He
never a
fell
foul.
over.
So we got a comment from Sean saying, James, you can't just assume Saka will be back. Do you realise he had surgery on his hamstring? My friend, I'm no doctor, I'm no surgeon, nor do I know what's going on in the club. I read journalists saying that he's expected to be back this month. That's all I can go off. If he's not fit, he's not fit. I hear that. But then I still think Waneri on the right, Trossard up front, and Martinelli on the left. I mean, that's still a more than competent front.
So
three. I'm
you
excited
would
about
take
that.
Trossard over a fit Havertz in? Is that what you're saying? Because you said that's the best striking options.
Oh,
not
Declan
far
Rice
away.
strike. I think might have taken deflection and gone wide there. Let me put it this way. I think Arsenal. Oh God, I don't know if I mean this because
Oh, God.
Havertz was balling in the running. I will give him that. Last season he was, but I think the season before when we had Trossard or Jesus in the kind of false 9 role, dropping into midfield with Martin and Saka out wide, I think that's as good and as cohesive a front 3 and as dangerous a front 3 as we've had at any point under Mikel Arteta. I think with Havertz it might have been as good, but I'm not sure it's necessarily much better. I think that's a handball, man. I think he stuck his arm out. What do you think, Jack?
I think it's that sleeve line one, isn't it?
Maybe.
Hit his sleeve, maybe, but I don't know. I mean, with the Real Madrid stuff, I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but last time we went there, we went with like Senderos and Flamini at right back, and so you know, if they can go and get a win and a clean sheet, then
Oh, Sancho's just
That's a foul.
ooh, embarrassed whoever that was. A couple of Arsenal players there in that corner. 2-3 of them, I think.
On his day, he's a quality player, Sancho.
I've always thought he'd be better centrally. Sancho, yeah, I just don't think he's got the pace for the Prem.
They're clearly really talking about this on Sky Sports about whether that should have been a handball.
It looks quite high up the arm, to be fair.
Yeah, but I think it's the reach, isn't it? It's the
Yeah.
kind of like.
I must admit,
Yeah.
watching it live, I didn't think it was a penalty, and I still don't know.
No.
I do think we should have scored in that run of play, though.
Atsung says, "My God, this team is horrible to watch."
Which team's he talking about?
And he's talking about Arsenal. I've got a super chat from Nelson for Chelsea says, actually, let's let them take this free kick. But yes, I know, Turkish Jordan and Lee were hammering me on Forever Arsenal. Don't worry, I'm back tonight. Well, pretty much nothing I can do about it, but I'll let them know. Here we go. Reece James whips it to the back post. but
Not a
it's-
good ball.
No. Sancho, I think, trying to keep this on. He does.
Timber Sancho's quite an interesting matchup,
it
to be
is,
fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
Timber's been really good this season as well, actually.
Yeah, he's been really, really good.
We are blessed in the back four. Can we try and build our attack in a somewhat similar way? You know,
That was poor. He didn't need to do that.
or boot the ball clear.
He just giving the ball back to Chelsea.
Yeah. Sorry. So Nelson says Turkish Jordan Lee were talking smack about you, James, in your absence on Forever Pod. Let the man have a holiday. Hope you enjoy Sydney, mate. I loved it. Do you think I flew 22 hours to work my schedule around Forever Arsenal? Absolutely not. I enjoyed my break and I'm back. And also, I didn't want to talk about any of the games because Arsenal weren't good. So, yeah, there you go.
What time
Sorry.
of the games are there for you?
I did a 7 a.m, a 3:30 a.m. One I watched on a flight.
It makes you really respect
Yeah.
foreign fans, don't you?
No, super respect, because that Man United game, 4:30 p.m. here was 3:30 a.m. there. But it's they're ahead, so 3:30 a.m. going into Monday. So
wow.
by the time I got back to bed, like home, back into bed at 6 a.m. just to get like 2-3 hours sleep before getting on with the day. I was quite cranky most of that Monday. Partey's caught him high there, so I've only just seen that replay.
Oh yeah, it is.
They always look worse when they're slowed down.
Yeah,
And that one definitely looks bad.
Is he?
But he didn't even get booked, did he?
Is that what it got stopped for? Not the.
No, it's an injury.
Was it the Declan Rice?
Yeah, it's a weird one. I'm not sure. So what's going on here? So Enzo got injured.
I've not seen VAR come up or anything. I think he's lucky that his leg's not planted, and he sort of caught him.
Did he? I need to watch it back. Did he maybe get a slight touch on the ball or a scrape on the ball or something? I don't know.
What, Partey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see. Was that on Enzo too? Was both challenges?
It was on Enzo.
No, Neto, I think.
Oh, Neto.
So the Partey challenge. And we somehow got a free kick out of it. So, sorry, I wasn't really paying too much attention to that. But yeah, no, I did the 3:30 a.m. watch, and, you know, some people are watching that and then going back to work. I mean, fair play.
I know a little bit about that type of thing because obviously being a big boxing fan, a lot of the big fights are in America, so you have to get up or stay up till the early hours of the morning. And then
It's a good ball.
Oh, here we go.
Balls to Trossard. And he shanked it as well. Shocking.
Poor man.
Well, my friend who I was out there with is a huge UFC fan, and that was on at like 2 p.m. We were in an Irish pub watching UFC. I mean, so... You know,
I know what it's like to
get
stay
some
up all night and then watch that, but if you got to go to work as well after, that's even
serious dedication.
Yeah, so respect due to all those people that do that.
Luke agrees with me somewhat. He says, how's that not a penalty? Not natural at all. He's talking about the Kukurea handball. I thought that was weird. He wasn't fouled.
Was it?
And he sort of
shoulder
stuck
to
his...
ball or ball against?
No, he definitely leant towards it. And the question is,
but he was falling though, right? Because it looked like he slipped.
Yeah.
I think he's been given the benefit of the doubt because he slipped over.
I think they have a rule in, don't they, where like if you're falling or supporting yourself going to ground, they sort of let you off a bit. But
to be fair, it looked like he slipped
rule.
and he kind of...
I'd have to see it again.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that was enough for a penalty, to be honest. Because even when we were watching it, none of us leapt up and said, penalty straight away, did we? So we're kind of doing it in hindsight. So
if it was on us, I don't think we'd want it given.
Dave says, lucky he got the ball, would have been a red. He's talking about Partey, so he must have touched a bit of the ball. It looked at first glance like he did, but I was sort of trying to pay more attention to where he caught him and actually see if he got the ball.
Arsenal have had a few chances now. I mean, they've had 4 shots on goal.
That's good. He's got around Badiashile.
That's the pace
very
we're talking
easily.
about. Go on.
Can he cut? Oh, I needed a cut back to Ødegaard.
He didn't look up.
He just wanted to hit an area, a bit like Timber.
Yeah.
Marte's got the beating of whoever it is down there. He's destroying them.
Well, we spoke about this on Starting 11 show. We said he's been included for this burst of pace.
That's good. Well done, Martinelli. That's really good.
He does that very well, actually. That if only he looked up a bit more, he had options. But yeah, it's a good start from Arsenal, to be honest.
Start.
We should really be a goal in front.
This is the thing about taking chances when we're in possession and when we have opportunities to score.
Yep.
It's so important.
It is. I mean, you know, like I said, we've had 4 shots on goal. Chelsea haven't had a shot on goal yet. We've only had the 1 on target, but we've also had 60+% possession. So we've started well. We just need a goal.
What is going on in there?
Near post again.
Yes!
Come on.
Mikel Merino.
Oh my!
Wow.
We literally called it. We literally called it.
Typical, isn't it? Slag off the decision to start him, and then he goes and scores.
Double whammy
Well
there.
done, Merino, man.
A
Well
goal
done.
from Mourinho and a goal from a set piece.
That is
run that
unreal.
clip from kickoff of James being like, he's going to score now that I've been berating it.
It's always the case.
Always the
Every
way.
single
Absolutely
time.
typical. If I were delighted he started, he'd have put in a disaster class.
Yeah, exactly.
So who else aren't you happy with today? Does that curiosity?
No, Martinelli on the right, and he's cooking them. So, yeah, there we go. Fair play.
Goal from a set piece as well.
Oh, it's a
That's been
really
while.
good
Great
header.
header.
It's a really good
That
header.
is class.
Do you think the goalkeeper
Well
again was
played.
at fault?
No, I think that's a really good header.
I don't know, man. He jumped too
Quite far on his
soon.
line as well.
To me, he's at fault. If you're a Chelsea fan, you're looking at that, you're thinking, come on, goalie. Because it wasn't a bullet header, was it? Look.
Merino.
He's got to be doing better than that.
I mean, it is a great header.
Well played. It's a really good header. Fair play to him.
Who was on the delivery? Trossard?
No,
It was Odegaard.
Yeah.
So that's twice they went for
Yeah.
the near post, and you could kind of see what they were trying to do with that Timber one at the start. Nicholas Yeova, we did send the starting 11. We'll be cooking up something else.
Yeah, we said he'd need
That
to,
near post hasn't always
we said he
been
needed to
something
go
we
in
do.
his boxer tricks and come up with something
Yeah.
different.
Well
Just
played.
as we were talking again about taking our chances too.
Yeah, as well.
Oh, here goes.
I think Arsenal deserve that though. They've been definitely the better
Yeah,
team.
yeah, we've been the better
so
team,
far,
no question.
And they could have gone a goal up earlier. So I'm pleased for Mourinho because
Yeah.
we've been saying, look, it's not really been working out. So yeah, fair play.
Oh,
How tall is Mourinho?
It's not
6'2", I think.
He's 6'2".
Maybe he's like our reverse Joe Linton.
Oh, maybe. Do you know, I did...
I don't mean that, by the way.
I know. I forget the upfront thing. This is back when he was playing in midfield, Mourinho. I felt the criticism was really harsh. I think £30 million, people talk about like it's a crazy fee. That's kind of bog standard for
Yeah.
footballers these days. And we got a squad player and I think he's been fine. Oh, hello, Odegaard. Oh, he's turned up. Martin Odegaard fancies this one. He always fancies against Chelsea, to be fair.
I think you're right. I think there's a lot of misdirected sort of anger.
Really is, yeah.
It's more like we didn't get a star midfielder, so I'm going to criticise Moreno to them standards. Same with Sterling. Everyone wanted a big winger, so it's kind of like
Yeah.
like I'm judging you on the fact that I wanted like Nico Williams and you're
Yeah.
Sterling, so I'm already unhappy. It's
Yeah.
not his fault.
I think we have to remember with
Sterling
Mourinho
has
as
been
well is
poor,
that he
though.
didn't have a pre-season with Arsenal. He had the injury as well to his shoulder, didn't he?
Yeah.
So,
And he's a midfielder in La Liga where the pace
Oh,
is
well
so much
played.
slower.
This is good
This is
football.
lovely.
Arsenal are cooking. Let's see what that jinx leads to. Yeah, here we go.
Oh, that's a foul, isn't it?
Jeez.
Didn't he impede him?
Here we
Completely
go.
barged into him there.
I've never been
Oh,
more
well
confident
played, Mark
Chelsea
Skelly.
score. But
Great
there we
header.
go. Fair play. Here's Trossard.
Oh, that's a lovely
lovely.
ball from the outside.
Declan Rice is, he's popping up all over the pitch.
He's
isn't he?
everywhere. He always is
Oh,
so.
that's a booking, surely.
Oh,
Fofana knew what he was doing there. That should be a booking. Look at this again. Fofana, that's quite cynical, what he did there. Referee,
He's pointing at
do your job.
his upper thigh wherever he's been
No,
caught.
that was quite cynical. Look what he does here, look. Look. See?
yeah.
That's a stamp.
Didn't I tell you?
I don't know.
How's that not
That's a
booking?
booking.
He knows what he's doing. He absolutely knows what he's doing.
I
there,
saw
Fofana.
that when I saw it live. I thought, nah, that's naughty.
How is that not
Yeah.
booking?
That's a stamp.
That's a disgrace. Oh,
I think it's a red, you know. Yeah, I'm
Here
glad
we
they're
go.
checking this.
Yeah.
There's no way he's got any view of the ball. He is just trying to leave one on him.
Also, why would you go down on the ball?
Bro, I
you
think that-
try and kick it, no?
Oh, wait. Oh, to be fair,
he-
that angle did show a bit more of the ball.
It's not giving any.
Actually, they need to show that back. There was a view of that last clip. You could actually see the ball in between, like Rice's
Yeah.
two thighs. A weird sentence, but
Legs.
yeah. And that actually made it look like there's maybe something for Fofana to go to.
That was
But
very,
I
that
think
was very
he- I think he
cynical
knew what
from
he was doing.
Fofana. Even when the smirk he had on his face when they squared up, you could see that there was something on that.
Yeah. Well,
That was naughty. Did he even get booked for it?
Nope, I don't think so.
Come on.
Nothing.
oh, that's a decent ball. He's mastered that this in the last few months, Trossard.
That
he's
little
been-
low left-footed cross.
Yeah. Quite a few goals he scored from that. Abdullah, for you, James, when Saka returns, who should start up top? Trossard, Mourinho, or Ethan? If it isn't Ethan, should he join Odegaard as a second 8? Yeah, I've said it. I think Trossard for me. It should be him because we'll have our wingers back. Oh, well played, Lewis Skelly.
That's
The game's getting a bit physical now.
Well, you would expect that London derby.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't have it any other way, to be honest.
I love
you want
Miles.
a bit of passion, really.
He's such a physical,
He is,
tough
man.
player.
He's so strong, isn't he?
It's interesting because I was looking
Oh.
at... Oh, he's got pace, that guy.
Oh dear. No, he's miles away.
Yeah,
Well, Enzo Fernandez. Come on, that's a bit embarrassing.
yeah.
Beating you in the air like that. You just didn't read that, Gabby.
You know, since I've seen that Ola Aina interview, it's making me watch Arsenal so different. I'm seeing so much more now. I want to see more footballers come out and have them conversations.
Yeah.
But when he was talking about how they're difficult to play.
Yeah, just saying that like Liverpool, it's sort of 3 passes and they're in your box.
Yeah.
So it's just like a lot of running up and down. City, it's all kind of in front of you. It's quite slow, so you can sort of set and chill. Whereas Arsenal, it's just constant. Like it looks side to side passing, but it's
Yeah, I
it's
saw that
constant
interview,
probing.
and the first thing I thought, wow, he's saying that. And when he was saying about it all being in front of him, I thought that is what a lot of Arsenal fans have been saying that we've been doing wrong. And there was a professional saying, actually, and he was saying that Arsenal are the hardest team to play against because of that. And I thought that was interesting.
Yeah,
That is
it's almost like he was saying with City they're waiting for the cross or the perfect run just for
Yeah.
Haaland, but with Arsenal it's just like flicks and they'll force it down the right for a bit, then down the left. Like you can never set with us.
Yeah.
But
I think what he was saying as well, what was interesting, he goes, with Arsenal, the difference between Arsenal and City, they're both possession-based teams. But with City, they pass. But with Arsenal, it's a bit sharper, it's a bit more inside. What they're trying to do is move you around and then play that incisive pass through to put them in on goal.
It's weird though, because the way he was talking about how Arsenal are so difficult to play, like often recently when I've watched Arsenal, I just think we look really predictable.
Yes.
But the way in which he's talking, he's like, it's so difficult to defend, which is, it's quite weird then, in that sense.
And to say that about 3 weeks after they got a clean sheet against us at their place must mean they really respect us.
Yeah.
To, keep a clean sheet and still say it's really tough.
Fofana is flying into challenges.
How's he not been booked
Who's
yet?
that number 8 who just had a go at Trossard on the floor there?
Was it Enzo?
I think
Enzo.
Enzo was complaining to the ref. But I mean, for what? Trossard clearly wins the ball first. Yeah.
I think
high
both
again.
players were
It's
entitled
high.
to go for that, to be honest. No, I think both players have a
Actually,
right
yeah,
to
maybe
go for
not.
that.
Maybe not. Ah.
He used to play with Saliba at St Etienne.
Apparently, by the way, it was Saliba when I was saying Gabby lost out to Enzo. Apparently it was Saliba. Something like that.
Fofana. Him and Saliba go
Yeah,
back
yeah.
a long way. They used to be central pairing for St Etienne.
Not happy, Chelsea. It is Sancho on the right, by the way. Oh, it's
That's
a lovely
a great ball.
Oh, it's well defended there. What was that, Reece James who got in front?
To be fair, I think the thing with Arsenal recently is, like, despite the fact that we have not really been scoring as many goals, I just feel so confident with our back line that it's like, if the ball is down this way a lot, you just trust the
You do,
defence
yeah.
to keep it out.
Good point. I mean, we've conceded the least amount of goals in the Premiership by some distance. I think it's only 24 we've conceded.
I've always felt that, like, our defence is great, but kind of the only way to make it better is almost to become a better attacking team. Like, I think we know we can defend deep. I think we know that we back Saliba and Gabriel in a lot of one-on-ones. It's just, if we can well played, Partey. If we can have teams under immense pressure, then you're taking even more load off the defenders.
And that's exactly what's been holding us back this season.
And that is why it's almost criminal that we didn't strengthen up top. Because
Yeah.
the defence has taken care of itself. Last season, we were the best defensive team. This season, we are. That speaks volumes, doesn't it? You think, right, okay, it's sorted. Midfield's pretty much sorted. Go and strengthen the attack. And that should be the final piece of the jigsaw. The fact that we've not done that, the fact that we've also not done it in January, to me is almost criminal, really.
What's weird though is I don't remember after the summer transfer window, after it closed, feeling super, super disappointed. But I don't think at that point I'd quite realised how, we hadn't strengthened. We'd only, we bought Calafiori, Marino, Sterling. That's it, isn't it?
And I thought they were going to do more to strengthen the 11. And the reality
Oh,
is they've at
that's
best-
another naughty one.
That was
He's
Colwell
getting
that
booked,
time.
surely.
That's
They're
another
losing
naughty
their heads
one.
a bit, Chelsea, here.
Chelsea are really, I think Maresco said to them before, let's get stuck into these lot. Look at this.
Oh,
It's over the ball.
yeah.
Yellow card's right.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Partey got away with his, if I'm honest.
Damn. If he stands still there, that's a potential leg breaker.
Why do they go in for those? It's like
I reckon they've been told by Maresca to get stuck in.
such a dangerous tackle, though.
Because it's no coincidence we've seen about 3 or 4 of these now.
Yeah.
And we saw that ridiculous, cynical stamp by Fofana, who's normally not that type of guy, is he? I've never really associated Fofana with dark arts.
The poor guy's had 2 massive injuries. We haven't really seen anyone near enough of Fofana over the last 2-3 years. I think he's had 2 major injuries at Chelsea, hasn't he?
I think
he
he's
had
done
one at
both.
Leicester.
He's either done both ACLs or the same one twice, something like that.
I think he's had 3 big injuries since he moved to the Premier League.
Was that deliberate?
That's
Because if it was, it nearly worked.
That's very unfortunate, though, being so injury prone like that.
Yeah, no, it is
Oh,
for sure.
God.
And there was a
Is
lot
that
of.
is he grabbing
Timber's
his
down
knee?
in the box.
Is that Timber?
Yeah, it was Timber.
They're all offside.
Offside.
I hope he's not grabbing his knee.
Fofana missed. Fofana
He
had
says-
a broken. Is that sorry? What's going on?
So Timber's been pushed over, but he's holding his knee. I don't know if he's asking for a penalty.
He has
but it's
actually
a bit
been
more.
playing for a bit of an injury with that knee.
Timber.
Yeah, that's what I've been told.
Oh god.
That is not ideal.
So he had a broken fibula when he was playing for Leicester. Missed 63 games. He then got a knee injury when he moved to
This Fofana
Chelsea.
we're talking about.
Yeah, and missed 17 games. He then got a cruciate ligament tear, missed 51 games.
Blimey.
And then his most recent hamstring injury kept him out for 18 games. I mean,
Is that all at Chelsea?
no, the broken fibula was at Leicester.
Wow.
Although, but I think it's Isn't that the summer they signed him? So I think it started at Leicester. So I think he started the season at Leicester, but moved to Chelsea. 21-22.
So he played
No, I'm lying. No, it was
22-23.
22-23
He played because we beat Leicester 4-2 at the Emirates, and he
You're
played and then went to Chelsea the
You're
next
right.
week.
You're absolutely right.
But then I think he got that cruciate pretty quickly.
Yeah, no, you're right. Spot on. So yeah, it's a really injury-plagued spell in English football. Bless him. Don't wish that on anyone.
Oh, look at that. Oh, brilliant.
Lewis Skelly will play in midfield for Arsenal.
Yeah, well, he's playing in midfield at the
Yeah, I
moment.
mean, but you're right, actually.
Yeah. Go on, push it. Oh.
I want to say Martinelli's had a better go at Cucurella than Saka's had, sort of in terms of more recently. I think Saka's had a good battle with him.
I think,
I think
again,
Cucurella's
it's the
really
pace,
struggling with
isn't it? I
Martinelli
think,
today.
I would imagine Martinelli's probably the quickest person in our team, certainly over a short explosiveness.
Yeah, I think he is.
And I think that's the type
That's
of
his
thing.
best attribute.
Yeah, I think that's the type of thing that will give the likes of Cucurella problems, that raw, explosive pace he's got.
And he's just so direct. Like Saka will stand you up
Yeah.
and make you make a decision, whereas Martinelli won't even think about it. He's just head down, straight at you.
And there's nothing that unsettles a defender more than when you're just running at them with pace. I mean,
And he will beat
Martinelli,
Cucurella.
to be fair, he doesn't do that enough.
Yeah, I mean, I think that might be why my if I can speak, I think that's why Martinelli is playing there, because is Cucurella really that quick?
I would say slow, but he's not as quick as Martinelli, definitely not.
I mean, Martinelli should beat him, really.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the other advantage with that as well is that when you are that quick and you can push the ball past the person and run, you can also draw a lot of fouls and have
That's
them
what
on
Saka
edge.
does a lot as well.
Have them on edge that way as well. That's a good tackle.
Oh,
That's really
well
nice.
played, Gabriel. Go on, hit
Go on,
it.
got options.
No, well played.
Shoot!
I don't know if you've seen on the halfway line, someone just shouted in his face.
Who shouted in with
Whoever went down.
Someone shouted
Someone
at Gabriel.
I think so. Is it Enzo? Screams in his face.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck's that all
Odegaard used to
about?
shoot from there. No, he doesn't really do it.
So he's caught him on the foot.
He
Do you
said,
think
"Get
he's
out."
making too much of it?
I don't listen. I
One
don't
thing
know.
we can say, man, both teams are very committed. This is definitely
Again.
giving it away again.
Go on, kill him.
Come on. Oh,
Good touch, actually. He
Oh,
was behind him.
well
He did
done.
well.
he's done really well.
Oh, that's a
Unlucky.
nice idea. It was a nice idea. That's a foul, but Caicedo's actually
Oh,
he's
a
done
good
really
player,
well
man.
there.
He's very strong as well, by the way.
Is Cucurella driving forward? And Kunku pulls it back to Reece James. Here's Sancho. Getting a bit of commentary from me now. But Lewis Skelly does well.
He's just so solid.
Yeah.
You're just not getting past him, are you?
Someone said, like back in December, I remember someone sent in a super chat and said that Lewis Skelly's like our left-footed timber. I didn't really see that at first. I was like, really? But I kind of do now.
Yeah.
Really strong. They're not 6'4", but they're really strong. They're good in the air. Really technical, really intelligent players. You can kind of trust them in any area of the pitch.
But that's like our
There's a
entire
really
back
good
line is
comparison.
like that now.
He's got that skinny, strong Or is
No,
it
you know what?
Remember
It's funny.
Moussa Dembele at Tottenham? Skinny.
His legs,
but an
though.
No,
absolute
he's not
unit.
skinny.
He's not skinny.
He's a bit
He's
more-
not skinny.
Yeah.
He's a bit
He's not-
shorter and a bit more
No.
like
He's
stockier.
not.
He's not skinny, bro. I was going to say, I saw a couple of pictures of him the other day. The size of that guy's thighs.
Yeah.
Oh, his
Yeah.
lower body.
Yeah, he's
His quads are
yeah, man.
huge.
He's built.
I kind of get what Jack said. I don't think skinny is the word, but he definitely.
He's
I look at the pitch
he's
now.
misleadingly strong. For,
Yeah, I look at the pitch now. He's probably one of the strongest players in the Arsenal 11. Or at least it feels like he is the way he uses his body. But
He
maybe
looks like a rugby player.
At
His,
first glance, like
his
you know,
quads
there are
and his
others maybe.
thighs and calves, man, they're big, even by footballer standards.
Yeah. I think it's just because he's got quite a low centre of gravity. Like he's
Yeah.
relatively small, probably in comparison with a lot of the players that he's coming up against. But yeah, he's such a unit.
Here's Neto. Falls to Nkunku. And let's go forward to Kukurea.
Ooh.
Goal!
Oh my!
It slipped
God.
from Raya's hands.
I thought that was.
That
going
was more
in.
Sanchez than Raya. It's catching.
I really
Lucky.
thought that had gone in.
To be fair, I mean, Chelsea worked this quite well. Actually, I mean, a few deflections took it the right way, but
Yeah, a bit lucky there.
yeah. Oh, they thought it was in. Look at the Chelsea fans.
I thought
Don't
it was
blame
in.
them. Yeah.
thought
Oh.
It's turned it away from goal, but
So what you're saying? It's a great save.
it's an unorthodox save.
You got to do what you got to do.
Go on, Raya Claim. Well
There you go.
done. Nice. Can we counter?
Oh
I mean,
That's a
yeah,
great
we
ball.
can. Oh, we were one decent touch there, but I think it was quite well defended.
See, that there, James, is what myself and Ella were talking about earlier. You see that ball over the top there? That was designed for Martinelli to use his pace to get, and it nearly worked.
Yeah, it was good defending in the end. To be fair, Chelsea haven't really had a sniff this first half. Like they haven't really had a chance.
No,
yeah,
no,
we've controlled the
yeah.
game.
But when you've got that much quality out there. Well, I'm reading the comments. Someone called Big Man is laughing at the idea that Lewis Skelly's technical. Man, if Lewis Skelly's not technical, then oh my word, you know, what are we doing here?
Well,
And
he's saying that he isn't.
it looks like he's laughing at the idea of him being technical. I think
He's
he's
incredibly technical.
he's a
He must be
supremely
winding
technical
you up.
footballer,
He
man.
must be
One of the most highly rated 6s and 8s in under 23s football.
I know.
And the good thing about that is he's bringing that technical skill to his left back role, and you've seen that today with some of the moves he's pulled off.
And he knows how to use his strength as well. He does so. You know, he like backs into someone, waits.
Yeah.
He looks like he's going to get fouled, and he just sort of rolls out of it.
He's so good at doing that.
I always look and I was like, he's going to lose it in a really dangerous area, and he just sort of appears and just gallops off. I was like, oh no, you're fine.
He does that so often as well. He gets himself in a tight space and then he just sprints out.
I remember
It's
he
unreal.
did it early days against Monaco. He sort of had 3 people around him, sort of squirmed his way through all of them, and then played, I think, Jesus through maybe, and we scored from it.
Yeah, he really just makes his own space, to be honest.
Oh, go on.
So he's got the opening goal, but I'd argue Mourinho's done absolutely nothing today. But the goal, sorry, which is great.
Keep
but
saying it.
Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I haven't seen him.
That's what we've been talking about. He doesn't really
He
do
scored
much.
though, so
unless he scores, which obviously he has. He doesn't really offer. He's not because he's not a typical forward, is he? But it's not the same as having Havertz as that sort of hold up.
I must say,
man.
I don't mind that, to be honest. I remember when Aubameyang was playing for Arsenal, that used to be the criticism. He doesn't do that much off the ball, but if he's scoring, I would argue that that's his job.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that.
Maybe he's just too good for us to
what
see.
happened
You know what Pep Guardiola used to say about Busquets? Like, if you watch the game, you won't see Moreno. If you watch Moreno, you'll see the whole game. Maybe that's...
Different outlook.
He was so
I can leave
fortunate
if you
to get
want.
away with that.
I mean, let's not. Let's not. Yeah, Marino's got that slightly, you know, what's the word? Subtle brilliance that Busquets has.
We can't be comparing Marino to Busquets.
Oh God, yeah.
They're
You're
both
right.
Spanish.
Yeah, that's about it.
Oh, look. Good defending.
That is great defending.
Great
Is that a
defending.
corner there?
Because Neto is no
looked
slouch.
it.
You know that. So for him to...
Domtrix makes a good point here. I don't care if Marina does absolutely nothing but scores, to be fair. And you know what? I kind of hear it. I mean,
Oh, this is what I
God,
was
you
saying.
can't please us, can you? Can't please me.
We won it all.
Yeah.
Are you really that bothered if your striker's not involved too much in it? I mean, they labelled out Haaland as well, didn't they? Oh,
I think the thing
when
is,
people used to label that Haaland, it just used to make me laugh. Like the guy's scoring like 40-odd goals in a season. And people are complaining that he's not linking play. And it's like, bro, the clue is in the name. He's a striker. He's scoring goals.
Yeah.
That's raison d'etre of the striker to
But
score
to be
goals.
fair, if you look where he is out of possession, he's playing DM. He's one of our deepest players. So
Where actually is he?
he's playing
yeah,
DM
there he
out of
is.
position. We're playing sort of Trossard and
But we do
Martinelli.
change positions quite a lot. Like they do
But
rotate.
what you've just said, Jack, is true. But I would imagine that's down to the manager's
yeah,
instruction.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because Odegaard always leads our press, no matter how we
Yeah.
play, and then Martinelli, Trossard with him.
I think I can't help but watch Arsenal through the lens of we've got to play Real Madrid in the Champions League, right? And I know that that's like ridiculous to a degree, but also it's like the only thing that has real huge weight left in this season. And so Marina got the goal, and that's great. And I think, can we hurt Real Madrid on set pieces? Maybe. It's good to see that. Or can we get into a low block and frustrate them? I mean, oh my word, talking about Vinicius, Mbappe, Rodrigo, Bellingham. But who knows, right? Crazy things happen in football. I think it's more a case of, you know, have Arsenal been great this half? No.
They've been
No.
good.
I think
we
we've been
have been
fine.
alright.
I think we've been fine. I'd give it a 5 or 6 out of 10. Defensively
Well,
good.
no, I think you're being a little bit...
Well, 6 out of 10.
6
It's
out
a
of 10
good.
's probably
Yeah, it's a
alright.
good
I'd go a bit
half.
further now. I would say 7.
I mean, we have played well in,
But we're not
in
really
moments, but
We've not done loads, have we? And I just think that's where, you know, at our best, our 9 is super involved. At our 9, not our 9. Our 9 is super involved, right? You know, it's the link up. It's keeping a team pinned in. It's the press. It's all those things. Oh, Saliba's done well to recover there. Has he, or did he catch Nkunku? Nkunku certainly wants a pen. Yeah, well done, Rice. Good tackle. And Nkunku definitely wants a penalty here.
No one else in the Chelsea team is appealing for it, though.
No.
Which is usually telling, but
it is
Get
down.
out, man.
So what happened here? No, that's fine.
No.
he's got the
I
ball.
think
and
he's
he's got him. I
quite
think he'll be
clearly
all
got
right.
the ball.
I'm of the theory, I don't know what you guys think, when a player is really hurt, they're not writhing around.
No,
on the
I
floor.
think he's also left his. I think he's gone into Saliba as much.
Why
as,
is he
you with
still
that?
down?
Yeah.
When a
not
player is
always.
really hurt, you do not writhe around on the floor.
You know instantly.
It's the Martinelli one where he puts his hand behind his back and sort of waves it. That's when I know that he just wants a foul.
all right, let's go through some super chats. Abdullah says, I think he'll keep Mikel up top, so just so that he has Trossard and Waneri as bench options. Versus Madrid, you'll want Partey and Rice on for 180 minutes. No room for Mikel. Okay, maybe. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Thea says, after Mustafi, etc., our defence is so refreshing. Oh, for sure. Abdullah says, again with another super chat, Mourinho not doing anything isn't his fault, in my opinion. Where's our chance creation for our 9? People thinking striker solves our problems are delusional. Yeah, but that's kind of, again, why I was sort of calling for a false 9 profile in the mould of a Trossard more so that there is a little bit more natural chance creation.
We do
Fofana's
create
down,
chances though. Like we do.
Yeah, not at a level I'm happy with though.
No, I
don't think we're as
fully
bad
agree.
as it, people say.
But the main issue has been putting the ball in the back of the net. There are many games in which we've had like 20 plus chances and we still can't
Yeah,
score.
no, for sure.
So, you know, it's just been the final.
I'm with you on that. We definitely create chances. And James is also right. We should be doing more from some of the chances we create. I mean, we've created 7 in this game already. And
Have
not
we?
even at half, yeah.
I mean,
7.
shots, but
7.
chances?
Mate, I mean, obviously there's shots on goal and there's clear chances, you know what I mean? But I think, listen, we're 1-0 up and I think we're deserving of that so far.
To be fair, a couple cutbacks that if Trossard and Timber do a little bit
Yeah.
better from, I think they're probably goals. Rice skied one over. I think Trossard had one that fell to him. I think on another day we'd value for a 2-0 lead in this half.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe.
What is interesting now, in the
maybe.
last 10 minutes or so, Chelsea are seeing a bit more of the ball. They're now slightly leading in terms of possession, 55 to 45, whereas earlier it was 60 odd to 30 odd in our favour. So,
We're
but
approaching
in games
half-time.
like this, you are going to get ebb and flow. I mean, Chelsea do have some quality players, so you would expect that they're going to try and.
And that's also okay. Like, we are comfortable with them having a little bit because, like I said, our defence is solid. We know how to get into the right formations for those situations. So.
Definitely.
I think the first 25 minutes
That's a horrible
was
ball,
pretty
that.
lively.
That's a horrible ball.
Well done, Steve.
Well
That's
defended.
really good. Oh, God. What's going on there?
That was,
Go
I
on.
don't
Go
know
on,
if you play
play on.
rugby, but that was.
Oh,
that
Cucurella
kind of
does
up
look
and under
fast
ball.
there.
Yeah. Go on. Well, this is going to be a
Take
good
him
little
on.
test.
I want to
What's he
see you
got?
take him
Yeah.
on.
He's
Push it
running out
past
of
him and
room.
go.
He's
Go on.
running out of room to push it down the line.
Good ball.
That is a good ball.
Oh, my
Whoa,
God. He's a
Sanchez.
disaster, Sanchez.
Shoot!
Oh,
Lewis Skelly actually did well defending that. Oh,
That keeper, man. Jeez.
well done. Who was that who won that back? Was that Timber?
Timber, I
Yeah.
think.
Timber.
Hey, well done, Arsenal.
Sanchez.
The hustle to win the ball back is superb. It's one of the things we do brilliantly. We never really lost sight of that.
Look at the way he flaps at
He
this.
can't catch anything, can he?
Oh, he did well, yeah.
Look.
Oh, God. You could argue he's... don't know, has he done
I
all
think
right?
if he
to just-
punches that
maybe he's
clear-
done all right to tap it away, you could say.
I
I
guess.
He probably should punch it, but I think
Oh,
he's
God.
tried
He
to.
didn't get a proper connection
Yeah.
on it.
It's not really
Maybe he
dealt
should have
with,
had
is it?
John Harding Jr. in front of goal. Then the punch, he would have sent it downfield. Right, John? If he had a punch like John, that would have flown further down the pitch, but he didn't make a proper connection on it.
And the worst thing is, I think he went on loan to like League.
Well, that's good from Marino.
He went on loan to like League Two, and even that club are making like failed comps of him to laugh at Chelsea fans.
Oh.
It was like Stockport and Forest Green are posting videos of Sanchez howlers in League Two.
It was a very strange signing as their number one when he was, I think, number 2 or 3 at Brighton.
Was it a bit panicky? Like, we just need to buy a goalkeeper. Like,
think they
not
signed
was
him.
it first choice really? Like, is that who they had at the top of their list?
I don't think they even signed him that last minute, though. I don't know.
It's a bit like when you're at school,
sure.
innit? And you've got your
Remember.
team, and then you just pick someone and say, you can
Yeah.
play and go.
Well, I think it was the summer that they loaned Kepa to Real Madrid, sold Edouard Mendy to Al Ali, so they didn't have a keeper.
They
But then
just
you think
needed
you've just
someone.
generated about 50, 60 million. Go get one, and then you went. That's what you went for. They went for Robert Sanchez,
Well, it
but-
looks like Set Piece FC.
who wasn't playing at Brighton, by the way, because they prefer Jason Steele.
Yeah.
And they signed Verbruggen, or he was on his way in.
Yeah.
There we go. Half time. Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0. Marino goal from set piece.
Nice.
Flicked on header at the near post. Really good header. And Marie 9. We like it. No?
Yeah, go on then.
Has given Arsenal the lead. Really strange game, like we said. Probably wish we had a little bit more on it.
It's been quite eventful.
Yeah, it's been all right.
No, the reason why I say that, there's been a few chances at both ends. It's been quite physical. A couple
Yeah.
of mistakes by both keepers. It's been a kind of what you would expect from a London derby, really.
Yeah, I'd say so. Kelechi saying Real Madrid are going to smoke you lot. It would be a joy to see. Let's just get there first. I'll see who's available. Then I'll give some thoughts on it.
1% chance, 99% faith. But
Yeah.
if it does happen, it's going to be a long day for.
You know what? I
Social
disagree
media.
with that. I don't think we're going to get smoked.
I don't think we will
we've
either.
said at length on this show, what is the best part of Arsenal's team? Defence. I'm not saying that we're going to win it. But even if we lose, I don't think it's going to be like a 3-4-0 or whatever. I think, as I said, the defence is the best part of our team, and I think that we will go there with a game plan, and I think it will be close. I really do. Either way.
What do you think we need from the first leg to stand a chance? Like what
Not to
scoreline?
lose.
So you think if we go to the Bernabeu with a draw, that's enough?
I think
No,
we
I'm
need-
not
we
saying.
need to
I'm not
win.
saying that, but I'm saying that
Need
if
to be ahead.
listen,
Yeah.
obviously in an ideal world, you get the win to zip, yeah. However, if we go there and we're not being beaten at the Emirates, then you've still got something to play for, because you know what football's like on any given day. I mean, listen, the other day when they played Atletico did beat Real in that game. You know what I mean? A lot of people seem to be forgetting that. So.
Let's review that first half then. Look, we're winning, and I think we're deservedly winning. And I think the word chance I struggle with. I feel like we've just had a lot of potential moments. You know, Timber and Martinelli are in down the right. The cutback's not great, but kind of falls to us. We get a shot away, whatever. Kind of nearly rebounds off the back of off the Chelsea players into the back of the net. But Sanchez kind of keeps out. Some flappy goalkeeping has probably made us feel like there was maybe kind of more moments there than there really were. When it kind of really comes down to it, I can't really think of anything outside the goal. And even that was a really good header that I've gone, oh, we had to score there. Maybe the Rice one. But even then, the technique, there's a lot of players in front of him. So, I don't know. Hello, your first 45 minutes on an AFTV watch-along. What did you make of Arsenal's first half?
Yeah, I mean, I do agree with you in the sense that we obviously had a lot of the ball, and we were building up to create chances. But like you said, I can't really think of many moments where I think that should have gone in. So I think going in at 1-0 is, I mean, obviously still going in winning is great. But yeah, I do think we need to try and create a little bit more in the second half. But if the second half is 0-0 and we win 1-0, then whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, it's been a bit meh.
It has been. I mean, I was saying 5 or 6 out of 10 around minute 35, and I think it was a bit like, I think people were like, really that? But actually, I think
it's a fair assessment.
You add those other 10 minutes on. I think we have. We've got into a shape. We've been quite sensible. I don't mind Arsenal doing that. I've got no problem with that. But are we totally in control? Just about. Laurie, what's your assessment of the first 45?
Yeah, I would go with a 6 out of 10. Earlier in the half, I was going with a 7. But I think in the last 10 minutes or so, Chelsea did come back into it a little bit. But I do think we are deserving of the 1-goal lead. I think we overall have been a better side. I think it's been quite an entertaining game so far. Like I said, there's been quite a few incidents, isn't there? We've had the goal, we've had a few near misses, we've had a couple of goalkeeping errors at both ends of the pitch. Some of the tackles have been quite tasty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's been a decent game for Arsenal so far. Need another goal though, I reckon.
Yeah.
We do need another goal.
Jack, let's talk about some of the players that there are a lot of eyes on. Marino up front, Martinelli playing on the right over Waneri, Ødegaard because of the criticism he's been in for. Those three in particular, how have they done for you? Because, I mean, one's got a goal and I think the other two have largely done their thing.
I think it's solving a lot of the Ødegaard problems that he's got someone in front of him now who's willing to run. A lot of the criticism of him recently has been
that's a good point.
He's not taking the game by the scruff of the neck, but for me, he's the metronome. You need people around him to get the best out of him, and as much as I love Waneri and he's great, he's not experienced enough to sort of do those little combinations, those runs that he's used to with Saka. At least Martinelli is direct, so he knows he's got something to hit. It looks a lot more fluid to me, which maybe makes a lot more sense, especially with how much Cucurella likes to attack. There's a bit more space there, so it's been better than what we've seen recently, just from a fluidity perspective, I think.
I watch us and I think, even in games we don't play that well in, I think Arteta's brilliant at finding a way to a degree. I know we've dropped some silly points and lost games, I know, but I think he's largely very good at setting us up to stop and nullify what the other team do. But that needs to be the platform to then play your football. And I feel like we struggle to build on that next and go, right, we've nullified them, we're at home, we've got a foothold in the game. Boom, what's the next level? And there's moments, and we've got talented players out there. Like I said, I mean, apart from the front three, that's probably our first choice 11. But I would note something in the first half. Look at the way we press, man. Rice presses on that with that front line. He's right up there. Brilliant. I mean, because you've got one of the best ball winners, in my opinion, the best ball winning midfielder in football as a part of that.
In football? Wow.
I don't know if there's a midfielder that wins the ball in midfield or around the pitch. Talk about midfielders, better than Declan Rice. I mean, send names in the comments, and I might just be a bit.
No, I mean, it's an interesting
really
comment. I mean, he definitely does that very, very well.
I think it's an incredibly. I think that's what made him a £100 million midfielder. I think there's a defensive element to his game that, for me, is unmatched in world football. But I could be wrong. This was kind of another chance. It was a bit of a half chance. But
I think what happened there, James, is that he should have taken it straight away rather than taking the 2 touches.
Yeah, there was this. But do you know what I mean? They're kind of like moments that could have become
almost
things.
Chances.
Yeah, they're moments that could have led to chances but weren't really chances. But just back to what I was saying. So we press up, and Partey sits really deep. He's kind of back with the back four. We always press like a 5 and a 5. And that's coach from Arteta. they know what they're doing in terms of their understanding of how to nullify Chelsea, how they want to, stop them playing their football. If they do break through that first 5, then there's another 5 ready to step onto them. I think we're quite good at stopping talented players in this Chelsea team getting on the ball, doing what they want to do. But there's just something I feel we struggle to build onto that. Like again, away at Forest, and I really did watch this like hungover on 2 hours sleep and jet lagged as hell. But I remember away at Forest, in lots of other contexts, which wasn't, basically we had to win because of the whole Liverpool stuff. In any other context, I think that was a decent away performance. And I think Forest, who are third and are doing very well and just beat City as well, or whatever, I think Forest, we did well to actually nullify a lot of their counter-attacking threat. I think we did a lot of good stuff, but did we impose ourselves on the game enough to maybe win it? Probably not. And I just feel like that's the story of this Arsenal team at the moment, which is why we probably need more individual quality than almost any other team in the league to try and to build on that kind of game plan.
Yeah, I think that's the best way of putting it, is we're great at controlling games through the way that we play, but that's sort of where it ends. You look at maybe like a Liverpool control the game because they're just in your box. Like if they're in your box scoring goals, you're not going to win. Whereas we sort of control it by just being defensively strong, powerful in midfield, but then that's kind of where it ends. It's we're probably going to have a lot of the ball, so you probably won't score, but then what we do with said possession is a different story.
But I think that comes down to a lack of attacking firepower, which hopefully that is going to be solved over the summer, and then next season we'll have an assessment. And obviously no Saka as well. He adds so much to the front three. But I do hear what you're saying. Also, it's the same with Odegaard. When Saka's not playing, it's like you see how much he affects his game. And Odegaard has kind of been getting back into form a little bit recently, but still he also has been a little bit quiet this season, I'd say.
What I've learned in Saka's absence isn't so much about the goal scoring ability that we've lacked and his quality on the right. It's how much of a creative influence he is as well. We knew that in the numbers and the chance creation stats. We all saw that, but it's actually like realising when Saka's playing, you're not just trying to stop him getting on the end of things, you're trying to stop him making it happen. And some of that creative burden's taken off Odegaard, but it's all down one side. So I wish that left was a bit more balanced, because the left seems like it's full of finishers, finishers to move. So it'd be Martinelli behind, Trossard because of his positioning, Rice box to box. And on the right, we've always had that a little bit more kind of creativity and fluidity. You lose Saka and a lot of that sapped. And I think, again, you look at those chances, again, I keep saying, I think there were moments that could have led to a goal, but have we really kind of pulled this Chelsea side apart and actually kind of made Sanchez work? Not enough for me.
I think we could have done more, particularly because of how they weren't particularly good in the first half. We had most of the ball, we had most of the possession, so we actually should have probably created some better chances upon reflection. And I guess you also think then in the second half, are they probably going to be as bad in the second half as they were in the first? Probably not. So I think it is important in the second half that we go out and that we just try and create a little bit more.
Yeah, we've got some comments, super chats. Real Madrid Arsenal says Premier League and VAR versus Arsenal. That said, Trossard is slipping. Fair enough. Solid Stevie, thank you for the comment. Says, good day, James. Good to have you back. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's good to be back. And I just saw a comment from Woods, who said, answer me, James. I was like, what have I missed? He asked, did you rate Australia? Loved it. Like, absolutely loved it. If anyone gets the opportunity to go, I couldn't recommend it more. I honestly loved it.
Did you go to any A-League?
Yeah. I watch Australian Football League. So, is it Aussie rules?
Is that the one with the puck they can pick it up?
They pick it. It's like a rugby.
Yeah,
They
that's
pick
Aussie
up
rules.
and kick it, and they score by getting it through, kind of like in between.
Are those ones with like the huge stadiums? Like
The pitch is like 18 v 18.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Is it aggressive?
It looks it.
I mean, but not overly so. But maybe up to it.
Also, rugby league is big over there, isn't it?
Massive. So you got the Sydney Roosters, who I actually didn't go watch, but they had a few games. That was a cool sport, and it's super fun. One thing I've noticed that it's also a really kind of social event going to sport. Whereas if I tried to socialise at Arsenal, I wouldn't be able to. I'd be way too stressed. But no, it's class.
They are a sporting
Victor
country, Australia. They're big into sports.
Victor says Australia revived your hairline, James. I'll let it grow.
Yeah, is that
Thank
right?
you. What's that?
They are a sporting loving country.
Massively.
Because boxing is big there now. UFC is big there. Cricket is obviously
Cricket's
big
huge.
there.
Yeah.
So they do love the sports.
Tennis,
F1.
The Australian women's football team is huge as well.
They just had the Women's World Cup, didn't they, a couple of years ago?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
Or Australia.
Yeah, last summer I think it was.
Yeah. Everyone, remember to go download. Where was the camera? I lost the camera for a sec. I'm going to be back for a while. Go check out NordVPN. Links in the description below. Of course, VPNs are class. I literally used them when I was in Australia. They're brilliant. You can unlock content around the world using a VPN. And yeah, link is in the description below. Should we run the Cecil ad? I feel like we should run the Cecil ad. Let them see it. Go on, Ryan.
Here's a quick word from our sponsors. If you're spending any time online, you need a VPN. With Nord, your data's locked up tighter than Cecil's overpacked luggage, so no one's getting into your business. Using public Wi-Fi without a VPN is like playing a high line with Ben Davies at the back. You know what's going to happen. You're going to get exposed. But with NordVPN, your data is fully encrypted, meaning that hackers, data thieves, and even your mate trying to log into your streaming account, that does happen, can't touch you. Now, some of you might be interested in accessing content like the 3 p.m. football matches here in the UK. While we can't watch them directly, a VPN allows you with just one click to change your virtual location, like you're pretending to be in the USA or Australia to catch those games. Obviously, no one would do anything like that here, obviously. Nord is more than just sports, it's your passport to unlimited global streaming, from movies to exclusive shows, anytime, anywhere. And the best part is, NordVPN's got a huge deal for you. Head over to nordvpn.com/AFTV to get 4 extra months free on a 2-year plan, and there's a special birthday gift waiting for you too. Plus, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you bottle it, you get your money back. Big up to NordVPN. Now let's head back to the video.
Go. There's Robbie breaking it down for you. Go check out NordVPN. Shiv, thank you for your super chat. Good to be back. Good to have you back, James. Thank you. It's good to be back. Yeah, it's nice to watch football at a more reasonable time, but I keep respecting the fans who do get up at those hours.
I'm a bit jealous of you seeing the sun, to be honest. I mean, it has been actually nice here, but little beach. Oh,
the sun in Australia is no joke, though. Like my brother went with his girlfriend to Australia in January, and she's from Australia, so she was like, James, wear sun cream. And I'm a bit like,
surely factor 50.
No, it's no joke. Like it, yeah. Do you ever? Have you ever like been on holiday and checked UV ratings? Because I never do that.
I always do that.
Right, I never do. But out there, you have to, because it'll be like, oh, it's UV 9 or 10.
That's
and it's
super
like
strong.
You like get that cream on.
To be fair, even factor 50, you're probably burning up in that.
Yeah, no, I have to keep applying it. We've kicked off for the second half.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. We're back. Emirates needs to fill up a bit. Everyone's still out for half time.
Going to the loo and things.
Oh, great stat came through. Jack, tell him.
Oh well, isn't it, you're the critical one of Moreno. It seems like he scores when you criticise him, so I'll let you take the reins.
It didn't come from me. It came from
our stat man.
Kane. He had 7 touches in that half. So see, I'm not just making things up, guys. I felt like he didn't really do a lot.
Mikel Moreno,
but he
not
scored.
Kane, by the way.
Yeah, no,
I don't know if you said his name.
Mikel Marino, sorry. Yeah, Mikel Marino, right? And like he scored the goal, so like, shut up, James. I get it, but that's what I mean. He wasn't like involved, and I think we're gonna need more. We are simply gonna need more.
I think that's where the criticism has come from, though, because in our last couple of games, you know, when he hasn't been scoring, and obviously, yes, when he scores, you can't really criticise him no matter how few touches he does have. But in previous games where he hasn't been scoring, oh god,
Saliba just got enough on that. Sorry.
No, or he hasn't scored or assisted anyone. It's you then say, well, he hasn't really been in the game, and then I think he is open to criticism a little bit.
I know you are. It's a little bit. Oh, well done.
Oh,
no,
that's
not
nice
well done. That was shit earlier.
It's a nice idea, but.
As I said earlier, my view is if you get in a goal, especially when you're keeping the team to zip.
You're right.
I do agree.
To me, I don't care if you've only had 1 touch in the score, I'll take it. But obviously you do want your striker to be more involved, but at the end of the day, it's the goals column that counts.
Absolutely.
I think it's just a sustainability conversation. Like, you're not going to score one of every 7 touches forever. So there comes a point where you say that you can't keep this up. But yeah.
But listen, I'm old enough to remember when Aubameyang, who for me has been the best striker at the club since Henry, a lot of people said that about. I can remember getting into passionate arguments.
Really? Best since?
Yeah.
No, that'd be up
Who's been
there.
better?
But Van Persie.
Statistically.
Longevity wise.
Yeah, longevity was, not statistically. I mean, but anyway, it's out of those two, yeah. But what I would say, I remember we used to have arguments with people when Aubameyang was at the club. Oh, he's not doing enough off the ball. If you're scoring and you're winning games, to me, is no argument.
I do hear that.
I think when you're scoring at the rate Aubameyang was, I sort of hear that. I think
the level of team he was in as well.
Yeah, I think when you're, like I said, everything for me is through the lens of we're playing Real Madrid soon. I don't think this performance.
No, is it going to frighten the likes of Rudiger? Of course not.
No.
However, if we go to Real Madrid and beat them 1-0 and Marino scores and he'd done nothing all game,
No
but
complaint.
get ahead
Oh, absolutely. I couldn't agree
take it,
more.
right?
I hear it.
Oh.
Good block from Saliba. We, for all our like structure and all our kind of good shape and good press and coaching and all that, we do a lot of like individual defending. There is a lot of like, we're going to trust that individual to bail us out. I do think that's something that's quite underrated about the players. Everyone always goes, well, critics, trolls, rivals might say, oh, well, they're good because we play a low block or whatever, which we don't. But I do think, I mean, look at the way Gabriel and Saliba are right now. They're in a line,
Yeah.
but they're just expected to deal with it.
And
Fair
they
play
do
to 'em.
usually.
And they do usually.
What I've noticed in this game as well is that I've seen it a couple of times now. Chelsea have not been afraid to try one over the top, try and catch us out.
Yeah.
So far, we've been equal to it, but we do need to be watchful.
Yeah.
You've seen a couple of times that Saliba and Gabriel have been like the last man, the ball's gone over their heads.
That's one reason I've been so critical of Odegaard being fairly safe as well, is when you've got that back four and you've got Partey and you've got Rice. I don't need you taking the ball off the centre backs and sort of spraying back there. You have licence, but I don't know whether that's an instructional thing, a confidence thing.
Just replying to Brian in the comments, says, James, stop complaining. The guys are makeshift forward in scoring and you are whining. Brian, my friend, I'm not. It's a watch along, right? I'm passing comment on what I'm watching, good or bad. We are playing Real Madrid. This might be enough
That's a
to beat
great
Real
ball.
Madrid, but it
There you go, got
probably
options
won't
there.
be. That's
Through.
it.
Oh,
Unlucky.
no, that was poor. He should have gone wide.
So I understand he's a makeshift forward. I get all that. But that doesn't really change the expectations of a 9 at Arsenal. It makes me give him more leniency. It makes me sort of forgive and maybe praise a little bit more. I'm just talking about the levels we need to get to against Real Madrid. I'm not whining. I'm purely passing comment. If you watch the Starting 11 show, I was giving him quite a bit of credit. I was saying, look, I think Marino's actually done better than people have, evaluated him on, really. But I know he got the goal. Fair play. It was a really good header. I'm not complaining. I just think
I'm not even sure, to
We
be
need
honest,
to
it
keep
was a really
exploring
good header,
options.
to be honest.
I
I think the
think
keeper was at fault.
I think that might have been a bit of both.
I think it's one of them loop it to the back post. And if
Yeah,
it's not on
I'm
target,
not sure
if it
it's
was,
at home, if it
yeah.
is it.
It was
Yeah.
not one of those Ronaldo efforts, was it, where he leaps like a salmon and, rockets it into the net. I think the keeper, don't get me wrong, he did well to get connection, but I think the keeper was at fault there. But like I said, I'll take it, man.
Yeah,
It's the difference in this game so far.
I don't feel like the criticism that you're making is you don't think he's good enough. It's more like it's not good enough. Like the whole having a makeshift striker, will it be good enough going forward? It's not like you're not criticising Moreno for what he is. It's like what this is not.
Yeah, he's absolutely. It's not his fault, but also that doesn't really change how I'm judging the number 9s at
that's
Arsenal.
nice.
It's like I don't know. Yeah,
Fofana
get
in
my
the
point.
works
You summed it
again.
up well. Fofana involved in something here with Trossard. I
Has he been booked yet?
Well, I don't think he has.
Colwell got
Don't know
booked earlier.
how.
I don't think he has.
He's struggling for Fofana. Trossard's sort of had the beating of him a little bit. Not really on the 1-on-1 out wide, but when it's been those kind of second balls and that sort of, when it gets a little bit congested inside. Trossard is doing well.
I think the referee's had a decent game so far, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's been much.
Because some of the tackles have been a bit tasty.
Pedro Neto's been
Ooh.
booked for dissent.
Yeah, so
Why
it
do they
should, so
do
he should
that?
be. When you rush at the keeper like that, at the referee like that, start shouting.
And you just know you're going to get booked
Yeah.
anyway.
Is there a
It's
time
silly.
in history that anyone's gone up to the ref, screamed, and he's gone, "Sorry, mate," and overturned the decision? Like, what are you expecting him to do? He's not going to go, "Oh no, fair enough. Maybe it's not a free kick. Let me do a drop ball."
The only time when that is justified is if if you can convince the referee to, take to the VAR, when they But you're right. When you just running over to complain about a rudimentary foul, it's just not worth it.
Going to go out wide.
I really don't like when we
Cross
do
it!
that, but I say that we could have just scored.
Corner.
But I just think it's just put it in the box.
Yeah.
It's the same when we do short corners. Those really, really irritate me because it's like, particularly with how good we are at corners, it's like just put a good ball into the box.
Yeah, I hear that. I think the only time when that is justified is when you're trying to mix it up a bit.
Yeah.
Like when you've done 3 or 4, and then you think drop a short corner. And
Yeah, if we've had a
sometimes-
couple.
Yeah. I guess it's just.
Who's on Gabriel? Is that Enzo or Neto?
Um,
I can't see from here.
yeah, I can't really see either. Could be Neto.
It's Neto, yeah.
That's good delivery.
Oh, and he's got his head on it. No, he didn't. It was just in front of him.
And this way you got to be careful now. The break.
We do get back quite
Goodbye,
quickly.
Partey there.
How
Well
quick
done.
we got
Well
back.
done, Timber and Partey. What are we complaining for?
How do I?
Go on.
Someone was telling me earlier that Gabriel's got more Premier League goals than him, and they've been in the league for like the same amount of seasons.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Outfit's not great, but I do.
And
like
again.
it a lot.
Yeah, not going to pretend I didn't want him.
I mean, did we just see that there? That was a bit of a lack of.
Oh,
Rossi
got to
away.
be careful there.
Yeah, that did not look good.
Yeah. Oh God, fam.
Did he need to do that?
To be fair, did you see Partey was almost like backing off there? I think he looked closer to Gabriel, and then Gabriel ends up fouling him.
Actually, you might be right. I need to see that. From a
He
bit further
didn't need
back.
to do that. He could have just stood his ground.
I
He's
think
picked
he
up an
connected to it and
unnecessary
got it
booking there, in my view.
I think that was a lack of communication.
But do you think he needed to do that? He could have just
No.
stood his ground and just,
I agree. He didn't need to do that.
once you commit like that. And George Graham.
George Graham. Shiv, I've seen your super chat, mate. A big thank you. Really appreciate the kind words. 51 minutes gone. Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0. I think they've got a goal in them, Chelsea. I think we're going to need a second.
I don't know. I thought 2-0 at the earlier on today.
Yeah.
Just because, listen, they probably could score, but they haven't really looked like it. To be fair,
No, they haven't. Look, Partey's not even in shot there. Do you see? Like, there's the 5. Look where he is.
he's like playing the back
He's
line.
pretty much
It's
right
a
back.
5 and a 5. Look at the gap.
Yeah,
But
that's,
that must be coaching, right?
You'd have thought so.
You know, Partey's not looking at everyone going forward and going, "No, I don't fancy it. I'll stay back here." He must be told. Quite interesting.
Oh, that's dropped short.
Don't fly into that. Oh, he's not been booked, has he, Marino?
No, I think so.
Oh, well done, Martinelli. Well done, well done, well done. This is what I mean.
So
What are we doing here?
It's a bit scrappy by both teams at the
What
moment.
do you want to happen next year then if Partey does go and Jorginho? Are you in for the moving Rice to the 6, or do you want to keep him where he is, bring someone else for that role? Or
Oh, is Odegaard? Oh, it's
What's-
open up here.
oh,
Oh, we'll answer this.
The ball was too wide.
Yeah. Is Zubamendi coming?
I think we have to assume yes.
It's looking like he
I
is.
saw Ornstein yesterday was very much so like everyone at Arsenal expects it to happen, but he also last year everyone said he was going to Liverpool and he decided he likes Basque Mountains and stayed. So I don't know how much I trust. I trust Ornstein. I don't know how much I trust Zubamendi's word at this point. And
let's assume
I've seen the Liverpool fans clipped up saying he's coming, so let me not sit here,
Yeah.
look down the barrel of the camera and start singing about Zubamendi.
Let me assume.
He's on his way.
Let me assume Zubamendi is coming. I think in Zubamendi Rice, and hell, you could play Lewis Skelly there. You can move Timber or White in an emergency situation. I think you've got enough sixes. Now, I saw the links to Guimaraes. I like Guimaraes, but I think we need a little bit more. I think we need to be moving Ødegaard deeper. And I think we need to be getting a real...
10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A real output machine.
I agree.
I'm not Bruno Fernandez's biggest fan, but someone with those qualities.
I agree with you.
You know, the ball to the back post from the half space, a goal in the top corner. But who's out there, Ella? I mean, Florian Wirtz is the obvious one, but there's another 105 million minimum.
Yeah, I really don't know, but that was kind of my thought too. Is a midfield three of Zubimendi, Rice, and Ødegaard in an entirely balanced midfield? It doesn't feel like it.
Here we go, Neto.
Oh, that's
To be
ambitious.
honest, the Arsenal I've enjoyed watching the most recently was last season when we moved Jorginho back and then put Rice with him. It was almost like Rice, Jorginho together, and Ødegaard was a bit more free.
Yeah.
And then this season we seem to cancel that out and put Partey 6, move Rice back forward again. But
I disagree with that. I think to me, Partey, an on-form Partey, Rice and Ødegaard is our best three.
yeah, that definitely worked. I'm just saying when Partey was injured last season, I think when we put Rice back with someone, it looked a little bit.
Partey's caught them a few times.
Yes.
He
He got booked.
But it's a good point though of who is out there. I actually don't really know.
It's a bit of a dying position. Guys,
Yeah.
send names in the chat. What other kind of... And I think it's got to be a right footer, because I think we need that kind of balance.
What's going on there?
Someone's kicked the ball away, I think, or put one back on the pitch.
A lot of people get.
Oh, finally.
Of all the things he does, he gets put rolling the ball back on the pitch.
I think that's a totting up one as
think.
well, isn't it?
They don't usually give those anymore though for time wasting, really.
Yeah,
I think Fofana could be guilty of that totting up where he's been close.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Keeper's rest probably said, right,
That's enough of that.
Yeah. I also need to kind of wrest back control of this game a little bit. It's kind of gone flat.
Yeah, I agree. Oh,
Go on.
that's a really good flick on.
Yes.
And Rice gets out to Martinelli.
Oh, so
Go on, get a shot.
congested.
Oh,
Took
Cucurella
too long,
recovered really
man.
well. Cucurella did recover well.
Too
I think this game
long.
needs Ethan Waneri now.
Yeah.
Is he onside?
Oh, that's
To
actually
the
not
back
a bad
post to
ball.
Marino!
Oh,
good save.
Good save by the keeper.
Oh, it was
I'm
a
not
good
sure he could have
save.
hit that better, to be honest.
He's done well there. God, Marino could have 2 and 2 after I slagged him off all game.
It could have been 2 goals from 10 touches or something.
Yeah, fair enough. Give him a new deal.
Oh,
Give him
that's
number
so
9.
annoying.
Was he kept on? He's kept on, Gabriel.
Played.
Chelsea stopped playing.
Go on, Gabri.
And for fart, no, is that Reece James?
It's a good tackle, actually.
Yeah. See what I mean by the one-on-one defending? It's now just like, good luck, guys. And that is because Gabriel went steaming up the pitch.
Played
He was a
Saliba.
really
challenge.
good tackle.
He's so good.
Really good tackle.
It was almost, there was no way he was going to get past him.
Never.
Excellent technique.
Oh, it's such a good save.
Great save.
It's great technique by Marino.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, well taken. But
So-
that he can get into those areas from the left 8 position, right? We can create those with him bombing on from the left 8. He could be a squad player who does a job. You know.
Am I right in thinking that role that he's playing for, he has played for Spain a few times?
What front?
No, a false 9 type of thing.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm not sure he has.
I think he's played as a 10. Rice deals with it. Ball whip to the near post.
This is an interesting part of the game now. We need to be.
Really need to regain a bit of control.
Yeah,
here.
we do. Yeah.
Otherwise, it could get taken away from us, really.
Rice heads out. Trossard. Get rid.
on
Well done.
earth.
No, not well done. Oh, gosh.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, actually, that's done quite well there.
Oh, he's so... Enzo is not happy. He's been complaining all game, hasn't he?
About time for subs?
Yeah, I would say that. I'd like to see Waneri come on, actually.
Would you move Martinelli into the middle then? Put Waneri on the right? And the Marino, or?
I think you could
Get Marino off.
either Trossard or Martinelli.
He's
is-
dived. He's absolutely dived there, Trossard. I mean, I see why
Yes.
Enzo's absolutely furious, to be fair to him. Here's Martinelli. See, we're not good at... I thought Timber was going to give us a little bit more on the underlap. Not just in this game, just generally.
Shoot!
Trossard tries to get a shot away. There's Lewis Skelly. Ødegaard. He's picked out a really good ball with his right foot. Keep it on Timber onside. No, he couldn't. Was he off? Probably. The way they reacted looks like
I was just looking at our bench to see what we could really do to change things up. I mean, in midfield, because Zinchenko's game against PSV, where he played quite nicely in midfield, that could be an option, to be fair. Bring him on and...
It's a really good save, by the way. We should give him some credit because we've been on his bumper for some of the other stuff, but that was a really good save. That's kept them in the game. That saved us.
Was it right at him?
Well, he came at him quite
power,
fast and he did have to dive, so I don't think it was right at him. But his hand was strong.
Yeah, it is a good stop.
He kept it out well.
Yeah, what are they claiming here? They should have been a foul. I'm not sure what it really was. Is Marino on a yellow? I think he is.
I don't think so.
No, I thought he got booked.
This is a really crucial
Yes, he
part of the
did.
game, you know. The next goal in this game could be pivotal either way.
Gabriel's been booked, definitely.
Am I the only one thinking
No,
that?
he hasn't.
You're not.
The next goal in this game is going to be crucial.
Wow.
If it goes 1-1, all of a sudden it doesn't look great.
It doesn't. But if we get it, then effectively that could be it for
Yeah.
Chelsea.
I'll tell you what he probably will do. He'll go. He might get Trossard off and move Marte to the left.
I think Martinelli's got 90 in him.
Great question.
Yeah, I'm not sure he'll do that, to be fair. So,
Although we have got a 2-week break now. As far as I'm aware, he's not in the Brazil squad, is he?
I'm not sure if
I wouldn't have
Martinelli is
thought
fit
so.
enough.
That's a lovely touch.
Oh, that's
That's
good.
another lovely touch.
There's no one.
Put it back for Ødegaard.
Shoot!
Oh.
Didn't hit that with enough purchase, did he?
He scored 2 goals against Chelsea.
Oh, and now he's got booked.
No.
Yeah, he'll get booked for
He'll
that.
get booked for
100%, yeah.
He'll get
So
booked for that
silly.
because he's stopped the guy from
I don't think
attacking play. No, he'll get booked for that.
Yeah, I think Martinelli will be the one coming off, to be honest.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, I thought that's a yellow. Oops, that is a yellow card. Fair enough.
I mean, he will see that as that he had to take one for the team there because, you know, Cucurella gets away there. It could have been dangerous, but we need another goal. You know, seriously, we do.
We haven't really looked like... Neither teams have really looked like scoring, I don't think.
What's Marino's goal tally for the season? Like 7? 6 or 7?
Yeah.
Must be.
2 at Leicester, PSV, Liverpool,
Oh, that's nice.
Brentford away.
Brentford away.
Oh,
Chelsea, that's 6. Was there a secret 7th in there? Has he scored any others? He probably has. Let's have a look. Mikel Marino.
he's got more goals than Trossard. No,
Has he?
for this season.
Wow. That says quite a lot.
Oh, what a right. 5, is that it? Oh, they haven't added this one. Right, so this
Trossard's
will be
got
6.
4.
Six.
I think he's got more goals than Trossard. Yeah.
I feel like Partey's been quite quiet today.
I thought he had a really good first half hour. I thought he was really kind of running.
To be fair, maybe he's been
BS.
so good that he's kind of just...
I think maybe the yellow card sort of put him on 10 tooks a little bit.
James, cheer up. We're 1-0 up, my friend, says Kirill. My friend, I've had 3 hours. I'm so beyond jet lag. I don't drink coffee, and I've just downed one before this stream. I'm good. Trust me, I'm happy. I'm sorry I don't look it, but I'm good. I'll just spat everywhere. Oops. Yeah.
Just spent a month in Australia, and now you've come back
And we're
to
good.
sit with us and watch strikerless
But that's a
Arsenal.
pleasure. It's, yeah, well. Yeah, I'm good. But thank you for checking in. Been up since 6 a.m. Thank you. Thank you, jet lag.
Gone from Emirates Airline to TfL, and you're expecting him to be happy.
Oh, TFL, I hate them. I think this is all a little bit, you know, Is it a false sense of security? You know, with Arsenal right now in a decent shape, you know, sort of keeping Chelsea somewhat at bay.
It is kind of what we do, though. And then we do seem to manage the game quite well. Because still they haven't really looked like they're going anywhere. I know all it takes is kind of one chance. Yeah. But at the moment, I don't think there's really too much to be concerned with.
I'm always a little nervous when it's only 1-0. Because...
Partey, careful, mate.
It's not a good scoreline.
Yeah, because all of a sudden they're through and, you know what I mean. But yeah, I do hear what you're saying. They've not really created any too much clear-cut chances, but while it's only 1-0, and you know Chelsea do have some quality.
That's the other thing. If Partey's on a yellow, no, we said Mourinho isn't.
Well,
what have you got, Odegaard? Oh, he turned backwards. He turned backwards. And I kind of get it, but why?
Again, Chelsea got more possession than us.
Yeah, I mean that's not. It's unexpected.
It's not a massive deal. It's, like we said, it's not always about possession, but not many teams that come to the Emirates and do that.
No. I mean, it is a little bit concerning because obviously if we don't have the ball, we're not going to score.
It's true. I mean, if they got it in these areas, that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We can let them have it here.
Yes, Gabriel's being extra careful now, which is fair because that's good from Odegaard. Well played. Here's Martinelli.
No.
See, I think a left footer in that position it's a little bit more exciting because it's set touch and you're going on your left. You're finding across the back post. You're getting a shot. Or you can even go on the outside. I mean, Waneri's good at going on the outside.
I think it's time for Waneri, man.
I want to see him.
I really do. I think impact sub is about time. The game's kind of in need of a bit of energy. From
Maybe make
Arsenal.
a few changes.
Yeah. It's about that time.
Hold on. Oh, I'd get Ben White on as well, actually. You know, you were saying about Ben White, like sort of not looking fit, and that could be true. Like I said, I was sort of delirious watching it, but I did feel that part of the reason Sterling had a better game, I still actually think there was a lot wrong with Sterling's performance, I'm really honest. But while I think he had a better game...
Oh, that's nice.
That's good from Lewis Kelly.
I
think...
Oh, here we go.
Free kick. I think Ben White really helped. I think Ben White's timing of his runs, when to support, when not, some of the little combinations. I think Ben White does know how to really facilitate what that right winger needs on that side.
Him and Saka used to do that all the time.
The best of Arsenal is the Saka, Odegaard, White trio. And I think you can take one out and you can put Timber in, or you could do like Waneri for Saka. But I think when you lose two of them,
Who takes this?
Odegaard or
please
Declan
Rice.
really?
Please, I've seen enough Odegaard free kicks recently.
Yeah, I'd give it to Declan.
I'd give it to Declan as
Or
well.
Trossard.
And it's a right
Yeah.
foot.
Is it a left foot shot or right?
Right foot if you want it to curl away from the keeper, ideally.
And the
I
way
don't
this
know.
keeper's been playing, I mean, if you get it on target, you might have a chance.
Is it almost too
Or I'd put
close?
Rice a bit to the side and roll it to him.
What's Raya doing?
Yeah, what is Raya doing there?
He's said something to Declan Rice.
Yeah, all right, David, if you could
He's just got to be involved, isn't he?
if you
Raya?
could just go back the other way, mate.
He's probably said, "Can I take it?" That's probably what he said. You know?
Rogerio Senni.
Declan said, "No, it's all right. I got it."
Maybe next time.
Yeah. Would surprise me if that's what he said.
Not scored a direct free kick since Burnley.
That was Odegaard, wasn't it?
And I'm not counting that Saka PSG one.
No.
I reckon Raya said,
I
"Look,
will have
what do you reckon?"
shameless. Abdullah with a shout here. Ethan should come on for Thomas Partey's booked. Put Rice at the 6, Martin 8. I mean, that would be so attacking, though, wouldn't it? Go on, Declan. Remember what they said about the celebrations, mate. Give them one to celebrate here.
I reckon if he gets it on target, he's got a decent chance.
I think he should go far post. I think he should go.
Oh, it's actually in a better position than I thought.
I think he should go to the side Sanchez is actually standing.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just far enough.
Yeah, I wouldn't go up. I mean, what the fuck do I know? I wouldn't go up and over. I'm not even able to. But I would.
Come on, man. Take this thing.
This would be so satisfying.
Thing is, though, if Sanchez can't see and this goes in the back of the net,
Are you allowed to
is
do
Martinelli
that? Because he's interfering with play.
Why
isn't he?
is he standing there?
I'm assuming he'll sprint out of the way in a second.
I think Odegaard. I get Odegaard being on it after that Bruno goal with the whole distance. Is that what they're talking about?
Nah. After all that, at least
Maybe I could have taken a
better
better
got
one.
a corner from him. Bit disappointing.
Which way did he go? Oh, he actually did
He
go.
tried to go low that way, yeah.
But you need to go up and over. If you're going far post, the ball's travelling further, so you should try
What,
go
what
up.
is Odegaard complaining about then?
Maybe, I don't know.
God knows.
Let's get on with taking the corner, man. Come on.
Let's put the game to bed.
Yeah. Fire says, I missed this shithousery in the Prem.
That might be about when we were talking about Ben White, maybe.
Oh. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, good point.
Can we get a...
Yeah, they
We
can.
are
At the back
taking
post.
so long with every set piece.
That's good
Right to the
delivery.
back post.
Oh.
His head on it. I think he needed to head that.
He's not known for his heading ability, Martin.
That was probably meant for Gabriel.
That's quite a poor header, to be honest.
Yeah.
But then, like I said, he's not known for his heading ability.
I don't think he expected it to come as far
that's
as
what
him.
yeah, that's what I think. Bit of a waster.
Yeah.
Jorginho maybe to get us on the ball a bit.
Yeah, it's not a bad shout.
I think we need an influx of energy.
Yeah, I know what you
I
mean.
think that's something that Wanyeri can get him on, get the ball out wide, and let him have a run at the defenders. That's a great
That
ball.
is a
Nice ball.
textbook Gabriel pass. He loves that chance.
Oh, lovely bit.
Oh, unlucky.
That's good
Good
defending.
defending.
by Reece
Good
James.
defending. by
Proper
Reece
Reece James.
You've got the better of most fullbacks in the league with that, but Reece James is proper, even with all the injuries. Interesting comment here from Z. He says, geez, what rubbish. I'm all for set pieces, but it should be an added bonus, not a staple of our play. What a joke. Do you know what I find interesting about that comment? Is like, I agree with him. It should be something we're really good at amongst playing good football and breaking teams down and whatever, absolutely. But I think where I disagree with that kind of comment is Arsenal aren't trying to be a set piece only team. Like it's not, that's not the intention. There's no way Arsenal go out there going, well, let's hope we win a few set pieces and sort of win the game. There's just not, it's not what they're doing. So I kind of get you, but that's just I'd rather not be bad at everything at once. If we can be good at set pieces while we're struggling to break teams down, I think that's a good thing. So I kind of find the criticism of it all a bit strange.
Every team in the world would want to be the same. You know,
Yeah.
if you could be the best that's at corners, why the hell not? You know,
I agree.
it's just an extra, opportunity to score, and everyone would want a Nicholas Jover if they could. So,
But also, we talk about being bailed out in football matches, whether it be individual quality or a set piece. And I mean, where would Arsenal be without the set pieces this season? It's something that, amongst everything we're critical of, it's something that should be praised by Arsenal. They've got that side of the spot on, and it's put us 1-0 up here. What other Man United? It beat Man United. It's not. I agree. Going, yeah, we're brilliant. We're going to win the league because we're good on set pieces.
it's an advantage in your play.
Yeah.
It's not something that should be looked down on. It's an added quality.
I'll just never be critical of it.
No,
I mean,
any marginal gain you can get is. I remember a few years ago. Do you remember Liverpool?
yeah. He won the ball.
Oh yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, cleanly won the ball, actually. It was a slightly weird
I think he
tackling
might have got a
action,
need
but-
in the back with Caicedo's follow through.
And I think he's had a good game. Also considering
So he's only got one shot.
I saw
There you go.
It's not.
If you look bottom of
yeah.
your screen.
It's not, guys. It's not been a great performance. That's it. I think first 30 minutes, we got the goal. We were quite lively. It's why I was reluctant though to be too praising, because I I saw a combination of poor Chelsea defending and some real endeavour. Fulham 1-0 up.
Hey.
I saw some real kind of endeavour leading to something that felt like domination and control, but we weren't really doing a lot to hurt Chelsea. I think they've been more comfortable than they'd expected to be, even with Marino up front, even with Trossard on the right, with Martin on the right even. Yeah, and it's a set piece that's ultimately given us the lead.
If this would have been the Chelsea of the beginning of the season, I think we would have been in big trouble. But they've also been a bit like, they haven't played great, to be honest. 1-0 is probably the right reflection of the game.
Yeah, I think the second half's been quite disappointing for both teams.
Yeah.
Even as a spectacle, it's not been that good, to be honest. So far, anyway. Still a bit of time left.
Oh, it keeps feeling like there's a ball there, and there is.
Go on.
Oh, he's lifted it to Marino, to Rice. The fuck are we doing?
It's always the same thing.
That is as handball as it gets.
Yeah.
Doing it. Come on, Arsenal. We were in there. I don't know why he went for the chip pass. I think there was a cutback for Rice there. Don't know why he did that.
Just as you were saying earlier about Trossard mastering that left foot low cross, he decided not to do it.
He went for a kind of loop chip. I always think when the pass is played, it's not just about getting it to a certain player. You've got to be asking yourself, what are they going to do with it? What was Marino ever going to do with that?
On the penalty spot with no pace on the ball at head height.
Yeah, falling onto his head,
It does make it incredibly difficult to control that.
I think the frustrating thing for me today is you've got to be fair with your analysis. I know we sort of have our Arsenal sort of tinted glasses on, but they've got no Palmer, they've got no Jackson, they've got no Mark Guew, so they also have no striker.
Yeah,
they're also missing their Saka equivalent. So to say, it's only 1-0, but we have got Moreno up front, you've got to be.
Yeah, I totally agree, mate.
We've got to look at it the same way as this is everything. You can look at Arsenal and say we're not happy with this at the minute. You can probably look at Chelsea and say the same.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Don't forget, we were 1-0 up against them at the Bridge. Oh, word of God.
To be fair, though, considering Chelsea's team, I do think we have been a bit poor because we are more full strength than they are.
That's dangerous.
I was praising his tech there, Lewis Skelly, but he was a bit loose there. Yeah, you think for the 11 Chelsea put out and the players they're missing, we should have shown a bit more, and I think that's fair.
Lewis Skelly losing the ball there by trying to shield it. I think might have been Jordan saying it the other day on the podcast, was just saying that he doesn't mind it because 9 times out of 10 we'll probably create something from that. So that one time he gives it away, I think you can almost give him a bye.
Yeah.
I'd rather see him be brave 10 times
Look
than
at
lose it
that.
once.
Oh my God.
We are quite Route 1.
Oh. The ball for Ethan was so there.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say.
To
he took the wrong option there.
Obvious, isn't it?
So much space on the right. Wanyeri ran into it. Give him the ball.
The fuck
I don't know why he wasn't screaming for it.
He doesn't look like a screaming type of player. But even so, he'd made the run. He should be looking up, right? And seeing.
Trossard was trying to play Rice in, and it was a poor decision because you're always going to have to put a little bit too much on it if you want it to reach.
That's good defending.
That's really good from Saliba.
Look at that.
How you got in front and then the ball went over and you still ended up with it. Although that wasn't a great pass. Oh man. Here come Chelsea. 2 youngsters. Who's got a will? Enzo.
Got to say though, the quality from both sides has not been good in the second half.
It's not weird. Of your week for the first time. Yeah, I've managed to get to the 83rd minute before yawning. The quality's not been there, really, from either.
Just need somebody to step up, really, for Arsenal, innit? Hoping it's going to be Wanyeri. But anyway, somebody to take the game by the scruff of the neck, do something.
I haven't really been watching Odegaard this game, but he hasn't really done much either.
No, he hasn't. Game's kind of passing him by a little bit, isn't it, to be honest.
This is where I'm a bit critical of Arteta as well, making 1 sub. It's not the end of the world, but surely, Partey on a booking, Odegaard not looking great, looking a bit leggy. Why not do the
there you go.
I agree with you. I was actually thinking the same.
Well, come on, we're in. The fuck was that?
Sometimes you just need to play the easy ball.
Here they come. Gone to the back post to Cucurella. He does rise high.
Cucurella gone over Timber.
Do you know what though, Ella? I think
He's
Timber.
probably taller than Timber.
Is he?
Yeah.
I think Timber might have almost allowed that header, almost like he's not going to score from this kind of cross. So just let him nod it. Do you know what I mean? Like, what's he really going to do?
If I jump with you, where's it going to drop?
Yeah.
He was never going to get a powerful header onto that.
Yeah, although maybe I'm being way too kind. But
no,
it didn't really
you're
look
probably
like a challenge. It looked like a, let me just do enough to put you off.
I think you're right.
Maybe.
Are we meandering to a 1-0 win?
It looks
Well,
like
we
it.
have been since we scored. I mean, I don't think we've really put our foot on the gas
Fitting
since that first goal.
George Graham in the crowd as well. 1-0 to the Arsenal. See it out.
Yeah.
This won't be one of those box set games, that's for sure. Oh, no.
We won't be rewatching these highlights.
It's a good play. I'm surprised he didn't start.
Gusto
Yeah.
and Adarabioyo.
Earlier on in the season, he was one of their better players, Gusto.
Jurgen says, bring on Madrid. Absolutely. Bring on Madrid. We sent shockwaves around Europe. Oh.
But then you kind of do have to think about the way that Real Madrid might play against us.
Yeah, I hear
compared to the way that most Premier League teams play, which we've seen is very, very different.
I think they could easily sit back and counter us.
Yeah, no, they definitely could.
Because, like, why not? Imagine Mbappe, Vinicius and Rodrigo running at us.
It is what they should do, really, to get a result.
I don't think they'll do that, you know.
No, I don't think they will. They probably should, but they won't.
I think they've got so much quality that they will want to impose themselves on the game.
I think the scariest thing about Real Madrid, okay, not scariest, it's obviously all their players. That's the scariest thing. But I think it's that I think they can beat you in so many ways. I think they can out-tech you. I think they can be stronger, more powerful than you. I think they can counter. I think they can dominate the ball. I think they can do so much. The level and range of player they've got. Yeah.
I don't know whether I'm naive, but part of me does feel like there is still like a decent chance of us going through. And I don't really know what's telling me that, because I'm watching this game and I'm thinking, no way.
I live in a world of constant hope and delusion with my football team, and I hear it like football is just such a funny sport. The
Anything
reality is,
can
if I'm putting my savings on it, it's long. it's a long 2 games for us. But it's a funny old sport, and you just got to hope. And if the Arsenal fans got to go to the Emirates with some sort of belief. The team absolutely need to play with some sort of belief. But I mean, we're really kind of holding on here against Chelsea, and you just think.
You think so?
It's the 87th minute.
I wouldn't
we're
say we're
1-0 up.
holding on. Yeah,
We're kind of. I know what you mean.
Controlling.
But we're just.
Have they created anything?
We're in a low block. We're just.
I would say, look, Chelsea are passing it around, but they're not really looking overly threatening. Where I wanted us to be is not to be in this position whereby we're the ones pressing them, you know what I mean, for that second goal. That's where my disappointment lies.
They've had a lot of the ball, to be fair. They have.
Yeah.
Surprisingly large amount.
Can I just say, some people laughing at the idea of Real Madrid, somewhat sitting back against us. Listen, it's nothing to do with because they rate us so much or because we're so good. It's nothing like that. It's Real Madrid. They're not too proud to play a particular style of football or not. And if they think, you know what, we're more likely going to hurt Arsenal when they open up a bit and try play and
So look at
then the space is there for the Mbappes, whatever. They're not too proud to do that.
Chelsea
They'll do
tried
what it
to
takes to win.
play through the lines. That's what happens.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not overly concerned of what Chelsea are doing. I just wish we would be a little bit more
I really hear that.
purposeful ourselves. You know what I mean? I don't think Chelsea have really created anything in this second half of note, have they? I can't remember. But they're not really. So. Still a couple minutes left though. So.
Lewis Kelly on the overlap. We haven't really seen that at all.
It's almost as if Arsenal just thinking, yeah, we got this 1-0. Don't make too many unforced errors. A little bit of energy there from Cucurella.
Why did we ping that ball up the pitch like that?
Has Winieri touched the ball since he's been on?
It's a
No,
great
not really.
question.
Tierney for Odegaard.
So that will probably be Marino dropping back into
So
midfield.
what's the rationale behind that then?
It will be Marino will drop back into midfield, Trossard will go false 9, and Tierney will go left wing.
So that means we're just going to
Interesting.
keep what we've got then, basically. isn't it?
Yeah.
That is a defensive style substitution.
I mean,
We're going to keep the 1-0. That's basically what that
I
is.
do think, though Chelsea haven't really done a lot, I think if they score, we can only look at ourselves. I mean, there's been such a lack of attacking intent in the second half. We've just been quite happy to sort of coast it, thinking and hoping something might just
Such a
happen.
good ball.
By the way, San Marino might be staying up front.
Oh my
Look at the
God.
game here, man. It's really opened up.
So open.
Cucurella.
It's so
Rice,
open.
good header. Good touch from
Go
Winieri.
on, go on.
Yeah, well done.
Take that.
Yeah, it's a Chelsea ball.
What?
Yeah. So where the fuck is Tierney? Where is he?
Yeah, I can't
Tierney?
see him either.
He's
must
gone
be out
back
of
in
the frame.
defence.
Oh yeah, there he
Right
is.
back.
Oh, we've literally gone to 5 at the back.
Even though Timber can play.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I think they've looked at Cucurella getting so much of the ball and just put fresh legs on him.
Oh.
It's the only thing I can think of.
Marino, mate, I'd really get up, my friend. There's a ball to
Oh.
the chest.
Well done.
What?
Don't dive.
Just pass it.
Well done, Trossard. Oh, God, I found that all a bit.
That's probably the biggest cheer.
Oh.
Hey,
2-0
Sessignon
Fulham.
again. As
He's
well.
former Spurs player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll enjoy
You'd
it
love,
when we
you'd
get our
love
win.
to see it.
Are you haunted by that? That Liverpool sending off clip.
Do you know how happy I was that I said we're not winning?
Don't tell me
Honestly.
he's gone down from that. That's not why he's gone down.
I think
Is
I
it?
have it on my camera.
I think it was.
What, that
I'm the City one.
It wasn't
Oh,
even
good.
hard.
I know.
the City one's gone triple platinum now.
He went over
Probably
like
my
he was out
finest work.
unconscious.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I know what he's doing, trying to waste a bit of time.
Yeah.
But it's a bit embarrassing, that, to be honest. The game's just kind of petered out, really, isn't
It's
it?
Tierney, right wing back. Oh my God.
It's like
He's in his
pinball.
Gareth Bale luck.
That's nice strength.
Oh my God, the poor guy. Look how uncomfortable he looks out there. Do you see the way he played that pass?
That's shovel footed.
God.
How much time added on? 4?
Yeah.
Was that 4?
Halfway.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 minutes. 2 minutes left. Actually, like 1.5.
Timber's going to get his customary yellow card for time wasting.
Yeah, probably. Oh my gosh. What is the thinking behind putting Tierney right wing back? What were we...
So he's
think
now,
that-
wait,
that-
so he's now the same side as Timber.
Yeah.
So who's on the left? Oh, Lewis Kelly still.
This is so weird.
It's not a good look, though, that Odegaard keeps getting subbed off in games, though, is it? He's your captain. Supposed to be one of our pivotal players.
Yeah, last season, was that really the case? I don't think it was.
No, it wasn't. There can't be many teams that sub off your captain.
No.
It's not a good look, really, is it?
Something doesn't look right with him. I can't put my finger on it. He looks leggy, do you think?
Who,
I
sorry?
think he's playing with a
Odegaard.
low amount
I
of
don't think he
confidence.
looks unfit. He just looks...
I don't even think it's fitness. I think the confidence is quite low.
I can't remember if I said it in the watch along or starting 11, but it goes back to, for me, the very particular roles each player has in the squad. And so if they're not delivering on one of those, like the team really feels it. I've never... City never... For De Bruyne, for me, is, you could certainly argue, the best midfielder. Oh, you got to deal with that. Well done.
Played. Really well played.
Pick up the ball. I think De Bruyne is arguably the best midfielder the Premier League ever seen, and even City never relied on him as their sole creator ever.
And it's even like when he comes out of the team, they change it. And it's like, well, Alvarez can do like a second striker, or Foden can come in and be that sort of like wide.
Yeah,
Whereas we're
yeah.
like, we
Full-time.
haven't got Odegaard, so we need an Odegaard.
Full-time Arsenal have won 1-0. Am I really
Take
clapping?
it.
We're clapping. Fuck it. Here
Yeah,
we
we
are.
take
It's a
it.
win. I mean, Yeah, that was.
We won, but it's
That was hard work.
underwhelming. It was a hard watch, especially in the second half, and yet another game where we've only scored 1 goal in a Premier League game.
We
I
are
think
seriously
You've
struggling.
got to go back to the Leicester game now before we scored more than one. And even that, to be honest with you, was down to Sanchez.
I love comments like this. Sean goes, "Are you lot all drunk? Never heard such a load of crap spoken." My friend Sean, tell us what you disagree with. We'll have a good conversation. Do you just put in the comments? I'm keeping an eye. Just let us know what you do. We'll have a good back and forth. I don't know what
So what is he saying is crap then?
No, that's my point. I have
'cause
no
we're
idea.
Not jumping up and down.
I have
celebrating a 1-0
no
win.
idea. So just let us know. And
It's a
maybe
great
you're
3
right.
points.
I just don't know. Right. Okay. Arsenal won. Yay. 3 points. Listen, whatever. That was a somewhat important win. Let's be honest, for not making this top 4 and this, second place finish too stressful. Arsenal now sit on 58 points, a whopping 58. It puts us 4 clear of Forest in 3rd. It puts us 9 clear of Chelsea in 4th, and 10 clear of City in 5th, who of course drew with Brighton yesterday. If Newcastle win their game in hand, they'll go to 50, but still be 8 points behind us. So look, it's looking what's the word? It's looking somewhat comfortable. Second place, not where we want to be, I know, but we cannot afford to be getting into conversations we certainly wouldn't expect to be a part of either. So just keep winning your games. It was a job done performance from Arsenal. I think the reality is Chelsea didn't really do a lot. They weren't really near our goal.
Yeah, we nullified them.
Apart from the kind of last 10 minutes of the first half. But it was far from scintillating. I don't think that performance does anything to trouble Real Madrid.
No,
We need
I
Saka
think you have
back.
to look at that. This is different, totally different game. I don't think you can frame a reference from this game to the Madrid game. I think the positives are we've won, obviously, kept a clean sheet. Marino scored, which is good. Those are the positives. If there were negatives, it's that we didn't really kick on. The quality at times, especially in the second half, wasn't very good. And for me, what I found slightly disappointing, I don't know about you guys, we didn't really press home our advantages. You would have thought that, 1-0 up at home against Chelsea, you would have thought, right, let's go and push for that second goal. Didn't appear to want to do that in the second half. Whether that's by design, I'm not so sure. It would appear that the manager probably thought that, look, we're 1-0 up. Like you guys are saying, Chelsea are not particularly threatening. Let's just not make any mistakes. Let's just play the percentages and get the win over the line. That's what they did.
On a positive note, and I'll come to you on this, Salah, I think, look, I said earlier, always fun to beat Chelsea. Enjoy that. Football is about many things, but rivalry's a part of it. We have a rivalry with Chelsea. Enjoy the day when you beat them. But, for what was lacking, we are a good side when it comes to nullifying other sides. And I know Chelsea aren't in their best form, and I know they're not great at the moment, but, they've still got talent out there. And I don't really think you saw any of it on display. And credit to Arsenal for that.
I think that's the point, is that we're so like compact in the sense that when we're in the right positions, we're very, very difficult to play through.
Mm-hmm.
And that also does go down to how strong we are defensively again. The fact that we're not scoring a lot, which is an issue at the moment, it's then such an added bonus that we're also making it so difficult for teams to score against us.
Yeah.
And I think that showed today. Chelsea definitely weren't really on it, I don't think. But they didn't really look like scoring. They weren't really causing us problems.
No, I agree with
so, whilst we didn't really look great, they didn't really look great either. So
No, they look worse, for sure.
Yeah,
look worse.
they definitely
I agree
did.
with that. I agree with that. I mean, you touched on a good point there. Like, if your Achilles heel is going to be that you don't score many goals, then, my word, don't concede many. Because, you might get a 1-0 because, if Calafiori doesn't hit the post against Forest and actually it goes in, then that's a 1-0 away win. And Bruno Fernandes with a great free kick, maybe on another day, that's a 1-0 away. Now, listen, I'm not saying that's good enough. But the one thing at least is have a defence that you can somewhat... we've been on a bad run of form, but again, it was 1 goal against West Ham. It was 1 goal against United. It was clean sheets in this game against Forest. And again, this is really not me trying to find positive. What I'm trying to say is there's credit to give the defence. If you add that goals, you add that quality, then I don't know. Then you start to appreciate that side a little bit more, Jack.
But I also think that's what builds the frustration from the fans a little bit, is that it is so blatantly obvious what we're good at and what we're not good at. And it's something that we can see, Arteta can see, because you saw his press conferences in January, and it's not something that's been addressed. But you can use it as optimism. If we have faith in the board that they'll do what they should do in the summer, we've got a lot of reason to be excited, and we just have to see out this season, be professional, win by any means, and then let the board do what they've promised.
Berta, I mean,
the powder is dry.
I'd love to. Well, yeah, apparently, I'd love to know what Berta's been promised in terms of the summer, and I think, you know, a lot of eyes on him and Arteta. How are they going to work together? Is he going to deliver? You know, this guy's got a track record of signing forwards, so I'm really interested to see how that goes. Look, let's end on the super chats, guys. What have we got? So I'm going back a bit because we have missed a few. But Lola says, I feel like this performance is a practice for Real Madrid. Well, in terms of being like quite compact and not committing all out. I mean, maybe, but that's just who we've been. Joey says, time to call out Erdegaard. He's been trash for a while. Caro says, guys, if you want to win in Madrid, you're going to have to score a lot of goals. I agree, because they're going to score a lot themselves. Caro says, Man City had to beat Madrid by 4 goals to qualify in 2023. And the third super chat, thank you so much, says, but Arsenal aren't scoring goals. 1 goal against this Chelsea side, against United. How are you going to beat Madrid? Yeah, no, I hear it. I'm not optimistic, but like I said, football's a funny old game. Egezabir says, London is blue. My Arsenal prediction is a Premier League win in 2060. Thank you very much. Well, it's not blue today, mate. Jay Federer J says, take the W, but we were ... awful in the final third, and I hear that. Second place trophy is ours, and he says Snoopy. He also says Ty said Madrid are nobody's easy win. Well, I'm not Ty, and I'm not seconding that opinion. Real Madrid Arsenal. What? Let me know in the comments, Real Madrid Arsenal, because I know you've been commenting for years now. I've seen you, so thank you for your contributions to the channel, your support. Why is it? Are those the 2 teams you support? I'm just curious why that's your name, and what will you be feeling for this game? He says, if Erdegaard plays this against Madrid, he'll get toasted. He must step up his game. This was poor against a clueless Chelsea. It was boring. Yeah, I think first half Erdegaard was a little bit more involved in doing some things, but faded away massively. Like I said, I think there's too much creative burden.
I don't think he was the only one, though. I think we need to be fair to Odegaard. I mean, who looked good in the second half, really?
It's a great point.
Who did?
No.
I mean, if I were doing a player ratings, I'm really not giving more than a... Oh, Celtic pulled it back to 2-2, and then Rangers went 3-2 up. What a day of football. I really wouldn't be giving anyone more than a 7 at best, and that's probably for the defenders, I think.
Yeah.
For me, Odegaard's stuck in a bit of a rut where if he plays too safe, he gets criticised because he's not doing enough and he's not impacting the game and he's not stepping up in Saka's absence. But then when he tries too hard, he's almost forcing it, and then he tries more flicks and then they don't come off. Then he'll try a back heel and that won't work. And then he's forcing it and then he looks poor. So he's just stuck in this sort of limbo of what is he without Saka and how do we get the best out of him? And it's just up to him to find that, I think.
Real Madrid Arsenal's come out of the super chat. It's very kind of you. No need to super chat, but I appreciate it a lot. Thank you. He says, yes, I support both, but I'm rooting for Arsenal. There we go. Fair enough. All right, we're going to round it off there. Arsenal win, and second place just has a tighter grip on it. Yes, it's not where we want to be, but my word, don't sink lower than that. Odegaard did. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right, to be fair. Become Marina with the goal. All right, big thanks to Jack. Pleasure to share the watch along with you, mate. Pleasure, Laurie.
Yep.
Ella from a distance, well done on your debut as well. Yeah, high five from a distance.
Air high five, thank you.
Air high five. Oh, we can reach. There we go. Bam. No, well done. Great debut. Big thanks to everyone who's tuned in. Check out AFTV by subscribing to the channel. Go down to download the AFTV Plus app. We want to know who your man of the match is. As we saw, Sterling was voted for the PSV game. Go give us your man of the matches for the next. For this game, of course. Your man of the match for this game. I'm messing up the outro. You can tell I've been away, but there
Actually,
we go.
that is a good question for us. So who was man of the match?
Because
there's no like standouts, are there?
40% of the ball we had, Arsenal were not great. Anyway, doesn't matter.
I guess you'd have to give it to Marino.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marino for
Scoring
winning
goal.
us the game, but my word, I mean,
Yeah.
I thought Rice was lively, but yeah.
No, but I mean, in a
Partey had a
1-0
good
win,
game first
where
half
no
anyway.
one's really stood out,
It's
I
gotta
guess
be
you have to go
probably
with a
Marino.
goal scorer.
On default, it's got to be
Yeah,
Marino.
probably is on default. Martinelli lively. I'll probably give it to Marino for that.
Yeah.
And what was the last thing I wanted to say to everyone? Forever Arsenal tomorrow. Oh, and pick up NordVPN, of course. Link in the description below. Of course, you can unlock a world of content, quite literally a world of content, by grabbing the VPN, and then everything that you can't access here in England, you can access abroad. More on NordVPN if you click the link in the description below. And I think we might have a little word from one of Robbie or Cecil as we round off this watch on. Big thanks to everyone. Round of applause for the Arsenal win. And we'll see you very, very soon. Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0.
Here's a quick word from our sponsors. Yes, people, if you're spending any time online, then you need a VPN. And NordVPN is your best bet.
Think of a VPN like Declan Rice, shutting down danger before it even becomes a problem.
We all know the pain of missing the 3 p.m. games every week in the UK. But if you were in, say, Australia, America, or somewhere else, it wouldn't be an issue.
And with NordVPN, you could change your location with just one click. Obviously, we would never do that. But if you did, it would work perfectly.
And if you ever use free Wi-Fi in an airport, a cafe, or a hotel, I know I've done that, you might as well have left your wallet on the table and hoped for the best. Hackers love those open networks, but with NordVPN, your data is fully encrypted, meaning your personal details stay yours.
So grab the deal at nordvpn.com/AFTV Live for 4 extra months on a 2-year plan, plus an exclusive birthday gift. This is a limited time offer and it's always risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee.
Big up NordVPN, and let's get back to the video.